see my voice? Morning. Happy new week. It is Monday, the 20th of May. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. So, is the camera okay now? No?
I'm trying to get that haze off the... Oh, here we go. Much better.
Wonderful. As always, you're hosted by the best. I am one of them, my own royalty.
It's your girl, Jess Jean, representing the fitness queens in the scene.
That is ass overhead.
And they call me, man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
We have a special guest.
Yes, kind of morning.
You're never a guest, are you?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, you're not. No.
Coming to beg it one more time. What's going on,
Practically
you lot,
part,
right?
part of the furniture.
Can you just move that mic from
Your head.
around your head? Thank you very much.
I just had another podcast. I'm joking. How's everybody?
Tired.
Word. Retweet.
Yeah. How was your wedding?
Missed you.
It was wonderful. I missed you too, babes.
Thank you.
Clearly you missed me because you were on my ass this morning.
Really.
But it was so lovely. Like, I feel like the last few weeks of my life has really been really, really fun. Like, I went to Lagos, came back, had a few days, went to Portugal. It was really fun. Like, a destination wedding is lit. Because I'm a homebody, you know, I don't really like to go out. I spend like 3 hours max in a dance free. I get bored, I get tired, I just want to go home. Do you know, I passed for 12 hours.
I love that thing.
When I saw the invitation said 2 p.m. to 4 a.m.,
The
I
wedding.
said, y'all are high. Yeah. I said, y'all are high if you think I'm doing that.
But you
I
look
got him
used
at
to-
4:30.
I hear it.
Oh, I had a blast. Big up the couple, Abby and Mary. It was just beautiful, man. It was really lovely. Like, it's just so good vibes. I met someone I watched his CD as well. I believe her name is KD. I hope I didn't get that wrong. But big up her as well. She's so lovely. Like, you know when everyone's just good vibes? And with the destination weddings, they're not as, like, big. Because they're both Nigerian. Yoruba. So you already know. But destination weddings, like, you can be strict with the numbers and stuff. And I feel like that intimacy just brings better vibes.
Yeah.
It just brings better vibes. It was so much fun. Big up DJ Era as well. That guy can DJ, boy. His rent was due, chow. DJ like that, depending on it. Like, I had so much fun. I literally got back, my voice was gone. And my mum was like, she's like, why is your voice gone? Are you the MC? I said, girl,
You was definitely A-ing.
I was
for your
alien
life.
to my core,
I
honey.
love that for you.
But I had a
How
lovely
can you
time.
gauge a good MC? How could you define...
No, DJ is a good one.
Sorry,
MC was
DJ.
good as well, but... Say again?
How do you tell when a DJ is good?
When I'm on my feet all night.
Ah, so he just has to just play some mixes that...
You gotta play some really good songs. Like, and you gotta be able to like mix it and just consistently play songs that the crowd responds to. And he did that. He was really good actually, to be fair.
For you lot's DJ, for you lot's wedding, are you lot going to play the music you lot just like, or are you going to play like a plethora of music?
I think
For everyone.
everything, because you know what? I've been to weddings where you can tell. So obviously, I've got friends that are DJs, so I know how good they are, like because I've been to all their stuff. So I've gone to weddings where the music ain't hitting. I'm looking, thinking, excuse me.
As in,
But then-
from your DJ friends?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking, I like you've been here before. What are you doing? But then I remember it's the request from the bride and groom.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you see what I mean?
I don't like that.
They obviously have requested what they want to hear, and as the DJ, you have to adhere to that. So I get it, but I think for me, because I know that, I'm gonna have a mix of everything.
Yeah.
But you're definitely gonna hear what I like.
Yeah,
You're never gonna
for
hear what I like.
But not just what you like.
Not just what I like.
No.
Yeah,
I'll
I
hear
guess-
things like I don't care for bashment. Sorry, no offense.
I was gonna say that. That's
But
my
I
thing.
don't, right?
You're not
And
hearing.
I'm more than happy to not hear a bashment set.
Okay.
But I know that people like bashment,
Yeah.
and I don't hate bashment. Like
don't
I don't.
care for it.
Yeah, but like if it's
Yeah.
on, I'll vibe and. Do you know what I mean?
I
yeah.
feel like you hear the Bashman songs that I don't mind.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
wouldn't hear like the ones where you got Bashman playlist, it's on there. Nope. But yeah, I don't really believe in like, I get why people do that because weddings are flipping stupid expensive. I'll be real with you. Anyway, I know my situation. But I get why people might be like, if I'm going to spend all this money, I need to at least be having fun kind of thing, enjoy what's being played. But it wouldn't be solely what, if you go through my playlist, chat, 1 minute we're playing flipping Meek Mill, the next minute we're playing
Gospel.
Taylor Swift. So
I've been
Yeah.
to a wedding where it was just house and I'm a piano, and
That's
I
wild.
was
That's wild. That's wild.
I mean, I would thrive in that environment.
Oh, that's
but
wild.
But I understand.
I'm leaving your wedding early.
Nah, man.
I understand
Hours.
how that would like annoy you.
I'm leaving your wedding early and I'm wishing you love and light.
But there's gonna be like you're gonna hear every set though. Like for me, you're hearing everything. You're even gonna hear pop, like Spice Girls, Blackstreet, Boyz II Men, NSYNC. Like you're gonna hear everything.
But that makes everyone has had a time to dance.
Yeah.
That's
Do you know what I
what's
think as
important.
well? I feel like if you're a good DJ, you can play music that people don't really like that, and it's fun. Because I was dancing to Bashment. I'm not with Bashment, babe. If you can mix properly and you bring the proper vibes, like even if it's a genre I don't really like that, I will be vibing to it because you're just that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really comes down to the DJ, but big up them, man. It was a lot. Honestly, I had a ball, honey. Like I had a time. So now it's back to reality until I go again. The next one's a big one. So I'm back in the gym this week, child. Got bikinis to wear.
Girl.
Oh,
Girl.
anyways, how's everybody else doing now?
Can't complain.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
I know all at once. Damn. Everyone happy? Everyone happy to be here?
I'm going on holiday on Thursday,
Oh, nice.
so I guess
You're looking forward to that.
yeah or no. I don't have party holidays in me anymore.
Oh, it's a party holiday? Oh,
I'm
yes,
going
I
to
know you're going. Oh, yeah, Vegas. Oh, that's going to be lit, girl. If you see
So-
Usher,
Yeah, so
go send videos.
that, yeah, but it should be fun regardless.
Is it a hen do?
I'm going for Hindu, yeah.
That's lit. How long are you going for?
Too long in my opinion, but
How many days is it?
like 6.
For Vegas?
Yeah, I've been told Vegas you do for like a weekend or like 3 days, like 4.
Yeah, I feel like
maximum.
you got to like bang it out. It's
I
got to be like
know,
an
so I'm
express,
going
because then
for-
that's when you're on doing everything, because
that's what
when
I'm
we're here for a short time.
Yeah, but I feel like 6 days. of
This is a
intense-
while though. It's actually a while.
It's a lot.
For Vegas, because it's not like, I mean, obviously you can relax if you want to, but no, who relaxes in Vegas?
There you go.
How long's the flight?
11 hours.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, you said it's not bad. You don't think 11? To be fair,
It's
can
like
I be
2 Nigerian
honest?
flights.
I like sleeping on planes. Yeah, I mean I can sleep down anywhere but my bed. So that's
wish I could
another,
do that.
that's another
I
story
can't
for
do
another
that.
conversation. I can't sleep in a bed. In my bed, forget about it.
Oh, right.
I can
But
sleep anywhere
everywhere
else.
else.
I can sleep on the train.
Sleep is sweet.
I'm not even joking. I'm like a baby though. Yeah, you know how babies when there's motion, like in
Yeah,
cars
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. They
Oh,
fall-
that's me.
That's me.
What about me?
So-
I'm going to do this for the car.
In a car. What? In a car. Give me 5 minutes. When I find that position, it's long. On a train, like anywhere but my bed. So I can sleep on planes. And I feel like Ghana's not a long enough flight. It annoys me. It's 6
Yeah.
hours. That's not
not long
enough.
enough.
No, for me to get in, like,
to
enjoy
get
the
in
sleep.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
It's
Yeah.
too quick.
That's when I was going to Nigeria. Like I
Do you
woke
get
up.
what I mean?
I
No,
know I
it's
woke
too
up.
quick.
What, to
It
get
kind
into a
of-
circadian
yeah.
rhythm?
Yeah,
Like,
when-
just
yeah.
because no, do you
I
know
get what you
it is?
mean. Because I feel like
It's
you sleep, you doze off, and then you wake up and you still got like 5 hours. It's like, bro. And then because you've got so long now, it's like, okay, now I have to try and sleep again. Then when you sleep again, you wake up. I feel like time just goes a bit weirdly slow.
No,
for a short flight.
I feel like with a short, it's just not long enough. Like for me, you see, 11 hours, that's perfect.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna get to sleep several times. By the way,
Not several
times. Yeah, I'm gonna get to watch films. I can read. Like, I have range of different
Not
things I
range,
can do.
different
in that
activities.
time. I have so many activities I can do, and it's good for. And you know what? One thing I do as well. Yeah, every time I fly, I declutter my phone. So because you don't have,
I always plan to do that, but I
declutter
never
my
do.
phone.
I always plan. It's the same way. I always pack a book. I never read it. I don't read the first page. One time, I forgot my book in my car. Then I bought a book at the airport.
You didn't read
You
it.
bought a book at the airport?
Do I even know what the book is
Yeah.
And
called?
you're balling like that,
I bought a
yeah?
book
Do I
at the
even, do I
airport.
even know what the book is called? I took a picture. It's my Instagram though, because it was very nice aesthetic next to my SPF and my lip gloss
I'm so
and my
done.
cocktail. But that was about it.
The best thing I like to do on a flight is listen to a new album. Like, if I've got a
You
new
can
album,
take it in, yeah.
oh
You
You
my
can take it in.
days.
You ain't got no other
You ain't got no
choice.
other choice.
Oh my days. I remember I heard I think it was Black's first album on a flight back from I think it was back
Six
from
Black.
Portugal. Yes. Yeah. Crazy. Like I fell in love with the album. And I haven't
Well,
found
you ain't
that
got choice.
since. I tried to hear Party Next Door's latest album.
On the plane.
Yeah, back from where was I coming back from? Back from Morocco.
And you didn't like it?
Shit.
Okay, fair.
Garbage.
Because
It's
I was
spoiled
gonna say if
flight.
you're listening on the
But
plane,
you
you
could
must like
say
it.
that because you took it improperly.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I could listen to new albums in the gym. because I'm not gonna commit. Like, I'm not gonna hear it how I really want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Only if it's one of
because-
my faves.
No, but a new album.
Yeah,
Really?
I
I
listen to like a
couldn't.
new J Cole album in the gym.
I couldn't do that.
If it's one of my
It's a bit too
faves,
slow.
I would.
But
I
there's
can.
people that listen to stuff in the gym. Like, people listen to slow jams.
I listen to slow jams in the
You know
gym.
what? I used to be like you, and so I just let my shit on shuffle, and now I can kind of.
I can't even listen to things on. I don't remember the
No, I
last.
listen to-
I
I
don't remember the
listen
last
to
time I
slow
listened to
jams.
anything on shuffle.
Really?
Is it?
No,
So you
'cause-
got a workout playlist.
It's playlists. So like,
Okay.
it's
Okay,
mixes.
yeah.
So if it's an Afrobeats mix, I know that it's all Afrobeats. If it's, do you know what I mean? Or if it's a playlist on Spotify, it's for that genre. So I'm not
yeah.
gonna go from one genre to another. That
Oh, no.
is suicide.
I listen to Afro, and I listen to slow jams. I listen to sermons in the gym. I listen to gospel music. I can listen to anything. If I'm in the mood for it, it's running. I listen to podcast. I listen to murder podcasts. You know, waste
I
tea
can't
rice,
do-
how someone got slashed. Like, damn, it's crazy.
My wife does podcast. I can't do that in the gym.
No, but you
Oh, I
know
love
what?
listening to podcasts in the gym.
I did.
I've been laughing.
To be fair, yeah, when I did an hour in the Stairmaster last week, yeah, I listened.
Wow, you've
Yeah,
been
I
doing
saw
that.
that. That was
Yeah,
wild.
listen. I'm a serial killer anyway, so it's fine.
It's crazy.
Like, I realise I'm unhinged. That's the only way I can describe that process. You have to be unhinged to do it repeatedly as well. But I realise that I have to watch something visual.
You understand?
Because
I always
it's
have to watch
so
something.
intense, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to not be present.
Yeah.
Like, I need whatever it is to grip me so much because an hour on that
That's insane.
is hell.
Because I'm still watching Gentleman, right? And Gentleman is my Stairmaster watch. Because
Oh, but
with
that's a nice
music,
show though.
I can go
It's
through
good.
like, I can do so minutes with music. But it has to be like hot girl. Like, it has to be music that gets me going. Like, I'm about to perform in a festival. But after a while, I need something, like you said, that just, I'm so engrossed in it that I don't even clock what I'm doing.
Do you know what?
Ciao.
Also is a good thing for me, yeah, because I listen to Amapiano. Their songs are long, so most of their songs average at like 6 minutes. So in my head, I'm like, okay,
like
I just need to get 10. I need to get 10. I
Exactly,
need to get
yeah.
through 10 Amapiano
Yeah.
songs, and I'm done. So like that helps me get through
I
it.
try to do that with Maverick City because you know their songs with long
Yeah.
time. They be reversing them, yes Lord. But I'm just like, nope, I can't like, because I'm very aware now that this song is flipping long,
Yeah.
and it's just like, nope.
That's what I did with running. When I was running, if I had like a really long song,
Yeah.
I knew that, all right, cool, once I reach this amount
part
of
of the
time,
song.
I'm going to reach 5K and then
yeah,
10K and blah, blah, blah. But it got to a point where, because I get what you're saying about trying to leave your body, but I listened to whole different genres of music. At one point, I was so tired, I couldn't get through this run. I just ended up putting rock on, like,
Just wake me
loud
up.
Loud,
rock, yeah, like just
aggressive, like.
screaming.
I'm gonna try that one day, you know.
Yeah, I can send you some stuff as long as you don't look at me different.
No word, I hear it because sometimes you need to dig deep and find a different.
Yeah, this
Like,
song
I
is
hear
big,
it,
man.
literally, and it's like, I did it yesterday, yeah. And to be fair,
On the Lord's Day.
yeah, I did. But yesterday actually felt like I was comfortable.
Okay, good.
Strangely enough, I was comfortable, and I got through. Like when I got to the thing is though, it's always when I get to 30. Whenever I get to 30 minutes, it's always like I have to I need my second wind because I'm like, whew, I'm only halfway. This is hell. And then when I got to like 45, it's always the last 15 minutes that kills me, man. But I have to split it in my head. So I'm like, okay, it's 2 8 minutes. You can do this. You can do this. But it's a lot.
My life,
So
man.
mad.
Brent, how are you over there, sir?
I'm
No one
alright,
cares.
Thank you.
Your cheeky self. Brent has been on, guys. Brent has been on one today. Like, so all I'm gonna say is, obviously, I feel like I'm calm now. The grace of God, you're welcome, Brent. But should I come at Brent today? I don't want to hear nothing. No pity parties. So I know he's not seeing his face now, so he's not acting all different. Don't be. He deserves. He's getting the day he deserves.
Literally, to be fair, I don't think I ever get off your neck anyway.
No, you don't.
So
That's how you guys.
nothing
think.
changed there.
It's
But I
good.
do feel like today
True good.
you might pipe up and have a bit.
True good.
You're so dumb.
Are you sick? Are you actually?
You're actually an idiot.
I don't know. I think that my excitement is valid. If I give them context, I think they would agree with me.
Okay, what's the context?
Oh, here we go.
Can you give them
Oh,
context?
you want to do on air? You said anyway. Go on.
Oh, because Ramsey's here. Is that your
Pop
context?
your ish off.
Oh, it's about the seat thing. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Tell me good morning and let's move on. I'm not doing that.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Spotify comments.
Yes, we do have some. Let me read that for you 1 second, y'all. Spotify. Zero Remorse, big up Zero Remorse. This is the one that said that we're keeping side chicks alive. Zero Remorse said, today's guest was a breath of fresh air. Big up our lovely guests. No, that was not a guest, wasn't it? It's not who I think it is. My bad. Today's guest was a breath of fresh air. Makes a change to the usual Think Peace Blacks you platform.
Wow.
Zero Remorse.
Was that Benedicto?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, makes a change to the usual Think Peace Blacks you platform. What's a Think Peace Black? Y'all don't want to be educated?
I don't know, but it sounds it's like that's meant to be an insult.
Does anyone know what a Think Peace Black is? Hazard a guess. Brent, do you know?
I think Peace Black, those particular voices on X, formerly known as Twitter, who make think pieces.
You want to be intellectuals and give you information about how you better your life and all that stuff.
Jeremy was unconscious.
What she said.
Yeah. Her lack of empathy to lazy people is admirable. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, XOXO. Gossip girl. Belinda says, every time I think Belinda, I think of Ginger or
Ginger. Yeah, literally.
Big up Belinda. Said, Marx is a man who stands on business. There is something so attractive about how he stands on his opinions. He reminds me of the old traditional men.
Boo.
Boo. Tomatoes.
Boo.
Ty Boogie says, big up that dad, way too much not picking at his reaction schools in general. More sentence, no makes sense. Big up that dad, way too much not picking at his reaction schools in general. Don't take bullying serious. And some parents think shit's a joke. Pattern your child. Only mistake made was him posting it. Oh, I think I saw that video.
The
The
bullying.
one where he
Yeah.
beat up the kids' parents. Oh,
Did you
run
actually
it.
you left
I tried to not, No, for real, for real.
I sent it to him and I was like, wait till I'm there to discuss it.
Yeah.
He clearly didn't do that.
Oh, you
No,
don't
I,
know
was,
if
I,
you don't
wasn't,
like to
I
wait
wasn't
for
in
things.
when they fingered it. That's why.
No, they don't like to wait for people here on this show.
It's all right. So who brought it to the table?
Brent.
No. Who brought it to the table?
What do you mean?
Who brought
Was
you?
you in it?
Yeah, it's precisely my point though.
Yeah.
So I sent it to you
Yeah.
and you passed it on.
No, because what happened was I put it in, and then remember I said to you,
They picked it.
I'm gonna use it today. And he was
Yeah.
like, oh no,
No,
don't.
wait till I'm here.
Exactly. So then I removed it, but obviously it was in the previous document. So yeah.
Well,
That'll do
big up
it.
that dad, to be fair.
So share your thoughts.
Oh, I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. There's no way you're bullying. Like, I think the only reason why it's a bit awkward is obviously because he came to social media and like filmed it and stuff.
Because you don't must tell everybody everything.
And when you do stuff like that, you allow everyone to have an opinion, and this is how we get to where we're at in it. And it's not necessary. Like, we didn't need to see it, but I understand like why he done it, and even him saying like that was like the last straw. There was other means before it got to that point. Do you know what I mean? But you lot weren't listening, so we had to go to that extreme, which I fully understand, because it's like bullying, especially when it comes to kids, is it's so bad. It's horrible. Do you know what I mean? And like the impacts that it has on kids and how it can kind of like turn their
follows
lives.
them.
Yeah, it's insane, man. I think bullying is one thing that I'm just like, yeah, I hear it. So if your child is being bullied, obviously you can't deck a child, innit? So you're gonna go for the next best thing. Like I saw a video the other day of Karen and one guy. It was circulating on Twitter, and they were at a game or something, and Karen and the guy were arguing, yeah, and she was all up in his face, and then she slapped him in his face,
Yikes.
and then he went for her husband or her partner. He battered him. It was so funny because he battered the guy, and then she tried to she tried to jump in, and he kind of flung her out of the way and just kept battering her partner. And I was like, but this is my point. You've come, and the way she slapped him, yeah, he literally went to hit her. Like he went to hit her, and then just, you can tell, like, it's a reflex. Of course, if someone hits you, your instant reflex is to like attacking it. He went to hit her and literally caught himself, battered her partner. And I said, what more do you expect? So I get it. Like, if someone's beating up my child or bullying my child consistently, I can't beat you up. I'm going to beat your parent, though, 100%.
Bullying by itself is already disgusting, but when it's your child,
Yeah.
so imagine that. It's my baby who I've raised getting bullied. I've done everything within my power to stop it. He wrote him a letter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sat down with him as well.
Yeah, I think the sitting down with them was the cheekiest thing because we've actually discussed this. And your demon child. God, it's time early.
Engage the phone. Yeah, because I
Hello?
obviously...
Morning, Saleh.
Good morning, people. How's everyone today?
How are
All
you,
good,
love?
man. How are you?
I am fantastic, thank you. Sorry, I think my what's it called? My stream might have been a bit delayed, but I heard you guys were talking about sleeping on aeroplanes and all this kind of things, and I thought I'll call in because something actually happened in my sleep last night.
How about your sleep?
And no, it was a good sleep, but I received a message. I received a message and I thought I'll come and share it with you guys because I've actually just been entered into a sales competition. And 10 a.m. this morning, there's a deadline. So I thought, let me call my TDA family and let you guys know that there's a link. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And if all of you could go over there and just vote for me, all you need to do is like the comment. It will be much, much, much appreciated.
What platform is it
on? The 31st, there's it's on a platform called School.
Okay.
You gotta love the plug.
Yeah, so on the in fact, let me post this now. Yeah, so on the 31st of this month, there's gonna be an event, and like 400 people are coming. You guys can come as well. I'm gonna be on stage, and
Big up,
if you want
Saleh,
to see
man.
me
Give
embarrass
us horns,
myself,
please.
or if,
Where's your
yeah,
place?
if you want to see me embarrass myself, or if you want to see me win, come the same, like the comment the same, and yeah, let's get me on that thing.
You're definitely gonna win, babes. Congratulations.
Inshallah.
Inshallah,
Thank you very much.
mashallah.
Wait, what are you doing?
He's meant to for
It's a sales competition.
A sales?
So, I think Cheyenne Reynolds is hosting it. Bouncer's going to be one of the judges. And so there's going to be 15 people and we're all going to have a business to pitch. And yeah, we all pitch the business and then I don't know, like the top person's going through. So I don't know how they're going to work it out, but they'll work it out.
You can do it, Sally, man. 100%.
You got this, babe.
Yes, inshallah. But I can definitely do it with all your help. I just need your votes. So I'll
He's
repeat.
selling. This guy's good.
I'm putting the link
He's
again
pitching.
in the
He did a
chat.
sales pitch about a sales pitch he's got going on. That's lit.
Yeah, but even the fact that
You
he
got my
called-
vote
that
twice.
he even called in this morning. I was wondering where this convo was
I still
going.
see where the dream comes
I
in.
literally
I'm waiting
thought-
for the sleep relationship.
Yeah,
That's
the
what's
dream.
killing me. Yeah. That's what's killing me because none of it's relevant. Like whether you're behind or you're right on time, this is neither here nor there, babes.
For real.
So do you have the dream that you won?
Sorry?
Was the dream that you won?
No, that was part of the...
Yeah, the dream was that I won after I made this call and shared it with my TDA family.
You know what? He is he's so Ghanaian.
Sally, where are you from again? Where's
So,
Sally
yeah.
from?
I'm from Ghana, Uganda, and Oman.
Look at that.
There must be a Nigerian
There's
there.
not been Nigerian in there. This is very Igbo, very, very Igbo business minded. Love that thing, Sally, okay?
No, Ghana, Uganda, and Oman. And I do need to say as well, so they've made it quite hard to vote. So when you go onto the link, you need to make an account first, and it needs to be approved, and then you can
Sally,
vote.
you're people like
But what I do need
And
to
it's a
say
pyramid
is-
scheme for real.
You're
for
people
real.
like Derek Trotter,
No,
bro.
it's not a pyramid scheme. All we need to do is make sure it's 10 o'clock, guys. We've got 1 hour and like,
I'm
I
done.
don't know, 15 minutes or something like that.
Why
Less
is this
than
not on the
that.
Discord,
So,
Do you
Sally?
know what? Can you put in the chat or something?
In
Pass the
Discord,
link and let me
yeah.
vote. Let me vote while I'm sitting here.
I've put it in I've just put it in the chat on YouTube. I'll put it in the Discord now as well. Let me do that.
This is it.
Alright.
Did the mod take it off? I can't see
Yeah.
it.
I can't see it either.
Sally, do you press
Oh,
enter?
what, in the YouTube chat?
I don't have you blocked.
Just do the Discord. It makes more sense. It won't disappear.
No, I'm not getting that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that now.
Do you want
I'm
an
driving, but,
instant reaction?
Excuse me, sorry. Do both. Some of us, just do both.
Oh wait, I need to download the Discord. Okay, I'll do that as soon as I get to work. I'm driving right now.
Okay, put in the
I'll
YouTube
be
one
there
for
in like-
now, Saleh. But are you
Yeah,
driving?
let me
Don't
do
do
that.
this and drive, Saleh, please. This can't be the last
Oh
phone
yeah,
call you make.
no, it's fine.
No, it's not. It's
Nah.
unsafe.
Someone's sitting next to me. He's doing it for me.
Okay.
So you're asking us to help you. Have you bought your shares yet?
Well, once I win, then
Sorry, it's
the
stuttering
money
for
from this
me.
is going to go into the shares.
Is it?
The money from this is what is going to go into the shares. Yeah,
Nice.
Baby.
the money has to come from somewhere.
Word.
Sorry.
Fair enough, Saleh. Fair enough. Okay, put in the chat
Yeah,
then, yeah?
yeah.
And then we'll do that, yeah?
Wait, I've just sent it again now. Can you not see it?
All I'm seeing in the chat is fantastic.
No.
Can't
Wait,
see it there, you know?
let me send it again now.
Maybe because you're on the
Yeah, I've
phone,
just
you haven't
sent
got
it again
signal
now.
for the... Maybe your 5G's off.
No.
I'm not sure.
Email
I'm not
it
sure.
to me.
Okay.
Email it
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. Let me do that. Okay,
And then
yeah.
I will pin
gonna
it
do
to
that.
the
Yeah.
top.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, Saleh, you have a
Brent, I'm
fantastic
emailing
day,
it now.
love.
Yes, and everyone as well. Everyone here in the studio, everyone listening at home as well. Everyone have a fantastic day.
Thank you
Fuck
very
off!
What you say? What was that? Is that road rage?
Yeah.
So fuck off.
I'm driving, man. There's just some guys on the roads. But yeah, okay, yeah, Brent, let me email that now, and everyone have a blessed day, man.
And you too, darling.
Let's win. Okay, take care.
All right, then. Bye.
Bye.
Man.
They better give that man that wood. I don't want to be there if he doesn't win. All right, let's quickly get into our headlines, please. We've got a long show. Do you have a guest today? Still not talking.
All right, people. So our first headline, trigger warning. State media has confirmed.
Hold up.
It's not for this you needed it for.
Oh, I thought it was for any time.
No, this is like,
Did you really think that? Look me in the eyes and tell me you really thought it was for any time, Brent.
I just wanted to use it.
I can't think in nowhere, you know.
Should I make it smaller?
My friend, leave me alone.
Right.
well,
Cheeky.
state media has confirmed that Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi has been killed in a helicopter crash.
Damn.
The Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullahian was also killed in Sunday's crash along with several others. The helicopter, one of three travelling in the convoy, crashed after going into difficulties in heavy fog in the north of the country. Raisi was heading to the city of Tabriz, which is in the northwest of Iran, after returning from a dam opening ceremony on the Azerbaijan border. The president was a hardline cleric that was close to Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. An election for a new president is due to take place in the next 50 days. What's your thoughts, Ramsey?
I say you gotta be careful who you're hanging around with, you know. Can't be hanging around with people that have got ups. Now, next thing you know, you're with your maker and you ain't do nothing.
Can you imagine?
R.I.P. in that.
I definitely, to be being conspiracy theorist, there's something wrong. There's, especially after the retaliation and the Damascus attack, it just seems all too
Yeah,
Convenient.
coincidental. Yeah,
definitely smell an assassination thingy there. Similar, well, not exactly the same, but similar thing happened with Samora Machel, the Mozambique president as well, in the 80s. And they said it was a plane crash. To this day, people are still, kind of deliberating what was the case. But I want to ask you quickly to you guys, yeah. And this is not me trying to give any sort of thingy to it, but just to see it from another angle. Because obviously a lot of people are out there thinking, you know what, the stronghold that Europe has on Africa is just going to be there for generation to generation. Do you feel like this is kind of the same thing extending to the Middle East, where the stronghold of America and Israel on that particular region is just alive and well, no matter what happens, no matter the campaign and no matter the protests, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing? Because Iran was one of the biggest superpowers in that area.
yeah.
And you've killed the president, potentially
Allegedly.
killed, you know what I'm saying, the president. Gone.
Or do I think that the power is going to be held there indefinitely?
Yeah, like as in, do you see hope? Because there's a lot of people who feel like, the colonial powers in Africa, it's just there. You know what I'm saying? From generation to generation, we're not going to do anything different. I don't see it that way, but people do.
Yeah, the status quo. is what they
Exactly.
do.
Do you feel like this is just the same sort of thing happening there?
Nah, because I feel like a lot of people are waking up to France's control over Africa, and I feel like a lot more people are waking up for the control that Israel has specifically on America, especially with the campus protests and everything. So I think there's a little bit of hope to be had. I'm just concerned it's going to start becoming a lot more covert, and that they're not going to be as blatant with it. And I think that's troubling because they do have enough power to be covert and to move things around without anyone noticing. And I feel like they're not moving like that now because they've become complacent.
You think they're being a bit covert now?
No, we're not as...
Or do you feel like it's just obvious because you can see it though?
No, because I feel like a lot of stuff is being recorded, especially war crimes are being recorded. They're a lot more blatant. The counter protests have got placards up saying "kill them all." Like it's a lot more overtly racist. They're a lot more overt with the ethnic cleansing. But yeah, I do hold out hope. I mean, it's to not hold out hope is
All right. Well, last week there was also an assassination attempt in Europe, and this was about the Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico. And apparently, and this is some good news, he's no longer in immediate danger, but he is still in a serious condition.
Implications off the back of that crashed helicopter is mad, though. Right?
Yeah.
If next few days it's found out that there is some ties to America or even Israel,
Impossible. It will never happen.
It all depends on how the plane crashed. If it was hit by a...
are you comfortable there?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
If something was to come out, Brent, it will never be in the next few days. It will be in 20, 30, 40 years.
I don't know.
Never.
I think if Iran has enough... I think Iran called... sorry, I'm moving off. Iran tweeted that Israel was retarded. Like,
When?
verbatim. Recently. So I would say that to say, I feel like if they find any evidence in which they can pin it on Israel and or America, I think they will retaliate. I get what Brent's saying.
They won't find evidence, though. And even if they did, I feel like they might be hesitant to do something. Because it will be an all-out war.
Where did it crash?
Where?
Yeah.
In northeast of Iran.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they find something, then yeah, because the Damascus hit, they retaliated with that. So I definitely
The
see.
president, though.
You do realize
ball
that
game.
they would already be careful, right? Right now, in their mind, the first thing that came to their mind was Israel, America. And they now are like, all right, when do we now look to put it out there? But it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming.
No, but you're saying the first thing that they're thinking, right?
Once you start talking about it on social media, like putting it out there, then you're going to have America and Israel, excuse me, and then you get in that stare off. And that will start going wild very quickly. And then you're going to get a whistleblower, whether it's in America, whether it's in Israel, they're going to come out and say something. And then accusations, and then pew, pew, pew,
Does that matter now? Do whistleblowers matter now? There's been loads of IDF whistleblowers, hasn't done anything.
Imagine saying that
No, but the
there needs to be a
president,
whistleblower in order to basically get this, like, kicking.
More than a whistleblower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hell of a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
evidence, bro.
Because that's declaring war. You need way more than that. I don't think whistleblowers enough.
So wait, what?
I don't think...
What
I don't,
would be enough?
As in, if it's just like one whistleblower who's saying, I think this, and I see one document here.
No, not I think. A whistleblower is the person who comes out and shows evidence, right?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Yeah, but if he comes out and he's got like one piece of document here, and he's maybe not Iranian or whatever it may be, like I don't think that's enough.
Iran
has to come out
for a reason right now
to do what?
to even accuse Israel and America.
But what I'm saying is you have to look at what that means. That means we've got to react.
Who?
Iran.
Yes, I know.
That's
Right now, they have their president and their foreign minister
Gone.
in smolders.
for sure.
Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
Just after they've gone to send the drones to Israel.
Yeah.
This is just after. And then just after, Israel said, bet, hold my bear.
No, but Brent,
They said,
You have to understand
hold
something.
my bear.
You have
And
to
look at this,
understand
look at this escalation. We're going to zoop the head of the snake. You think that they're not patiently just eager. Patient eager is a bit weird.
it could be a suicide mission.
They're
though.
chomping at the bit to even not to say, it was America, it was Israel.
But
So if a whistleblower
Yeah.
comes out to say, well, here's this memo or this email from General you don't think that's going to be like, all right.
I feel like
And then they're going to rally the Muslim states.
No.
no, it's just,
All right, talk to me.
because
Talk to me.
it could be a suicide mission.
What could be a suicide mission?
Going all out war with America and Israel.
Sorry.
Iran's a huge superpower, yeah. But America's still...
Wait. Stop. Let's just say there is evidence that it was either Israel or America.
Cool.
And I see them as one and the same.
Cool.
Right? Because to coordinate this type of thing, I'm sure Israel would be like, hey, America, do what we want you to do, right?
Potentially.
Allegedly. Cool. So let's just say it was. You don't think that Iran would be like, yeah, we have enough to even posture?
Against America.
I'm not saying they would win.
No, I know what you're saying.
Are you telling me that they would look to back down? They would look to go and gather the Muslim nations.
I think it'll be one of those things where it's like, both of you are attacking me, right? And if I have to react, I go for the weaker one. You know what I'm saying? So I think what they'll do is try and destroy Israel.
I don't know. In my head, there are different ways to basically attack the institution of America.
For sure.
And it wouldn't just be full on, let me look to send like missiles over. It might be...
A 9/11?
What?
You trying to say like a 9/11 or something?
I'm not talking about nuclear missiles, but just imagine if it is that Iran was responsible for doing that to Biden. What would Biden then... What would America then do?
It's war.
All right. So you understand it from that particular perspective,
sure,
right?
yeah.
That's fine. But on the flip side, no, Iran's not allowed to do that.
It's not allowed, Brent. It's not about allowed. It's about, can I do it successfully?
No, I'm not saying about can.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that America can fell Russia.
Why do you think that?
Without help. Because their army is not what you might think it is.
I don't agree with that.
What don't you agree with? All right, let's say China.
That's a tougher war, but still.
Oh, wait.
China don't
you
want it.
think that America is the big bad boy in this entire arms race?
They're the biggest military
No.
superpower in the world.
Have you checked the stats recently?
You checking those?
No, I have. I've gone down this particular rabbit hole on
All
YouTube.
right, cool. All right.
Yeah, and the Americans were saying, hey, if we even look to get into this, we're in trouble. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there, to be honest. Neither here nor there. This is far more bolder than just looking to send drones, knowing full well it'll get knocked out of the sky by the Iron Dome, and given 3 days notice that we're coming at this particular time, so that all of the troops and allies can get in line and basically shoot it down. You've removed the head.
It's mad.
The head.
This is why I don't think they're even going to find evidence.
But you're there saying they're not even going to be flexing because they're afraid of America.
I'm saying
I haven't been getting that vibe from them, to be honest.
no, they're serious. But going against Israel directly is different to going up against America.
I know you keep saying that.
That's how I'm seeing it.
I know you keep, and I said there are different ways to basically attack this particular institution that is
Okay,
America.
so are you basically saying that if they were to do something, they will do it in such a way where it's like, maybe this is a fringe group from Iran, rather than all
has
out.
Iran got like suicide bombers and stuff? Do they still operate like terrorists and whatnot?
Why would they have suicide bombers? Why is a Muslim country automatically have suicide bombers?
Let's switch the topic of discussion and go to, I don't know, England. Does England have suicide bombers? I would only mention England if it is that we were talking about England. I'm talking about Iran. I mentioned does Iran have suicide bombers because we're talking about Iran. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So they can start sending these to certain things, or they could do another 9/11. Not that they did it in the first
They
place.
didn't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like what's being missed here as well, Brent, is that the implications of Iran reacting without hard evidence. I feel like that's another big
wouldn't do
fact.
that, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're already in the Western media, they're depicted as the big, bad, angry Muslim country. So I feel like without hard evidence, which is why I said one whistleblower isn't enough. It would take hard evidence
Yeah.
for them to justify an attack. Even with the Damascus attack, they were still seen as the big bad country. Oh, why is Iran starting? Yeah, what are you gonna say?
I said whistleblower, right? That whistleblower could be like that WikiLeaks fella. One guy.
Yeah.
And
But he had
with the whistleblower, it depends on what it is they bring to the table, information-wise.
But Julian Assange had
Forget about Julian
gigs.
Assange. I've just
You
mentioned.
already brought him up. So he had gigabytes and gigabytes of hard evidence.
Years
Of
of
years.
information.
All right,
With a
let's,
team as
let's
well. It
wheel it
wasn't
back.
just him, it was
Let's
like a
wheel
big
it
team.
back. Let's wheel it back. I said a whistleblower. I didn't say what the whistleblower would come with. I agree that whatever the whistleblower comes with, it would need to be enough for, I guess, Iran to now say, you've done this, right? And in my head, that information would be, it doesn't have to be gigs and gigs of information. It could simply be like a phone call between Biden and some next general.
What I'm saying is that isn't enough. You got Boeing killing whistleblowers left, right, and center right now, and no one's doing anything about Boeing.
When you say,
We're talking about
is
our
it
countries
enough?
now.
Let me put that question back to you.
Go on.
Where Iran would be right now, teetering on, I just need a reason. Because that's where they'll be right now, right? The world is looking at them and thinking, pussy holes.
No, but the world's been looking at them like that though.
Even so much so right now. Is that weird for me to say?
No.
Is it weird for me to say after this
No, but
event?
what I'm saying to you is
All
that
right, so let me continue.
This is a
Let me
new
continue.
territory for
So
them.
right now the world is looking at Iran.
Yeah.
Because the head has just been, quote unquote, allegedly assassinated. Right? And Iran is one of the biggest
Nuclear
Arab
power.
nations, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And nuclear power.
Nuclear
Cool.
power.
And remember Dave before said, hey, Israel, we will wipe you off the map, you know.
Yeah.
Right? So they're moving brazy like that. That's before it has happened. No, the guy who said it in the first place, he's been assassinated, allegedly.
Is this us assuming? or is this
Wait. I'm building up this particular story. My narrative needs to drop, right? So upon having all this information I've just fed you, right? And one particular whistleblower from within the American ranks, or Israeli ranks, whatever it is, or it could be British ranks, because in my head, they would also know about this, right? Comes out and says, yeah. That was felled by this, and here's the footage. Here's the missile that went, pew! I know people were saying it was weather conditions, but here's the missile that struck it, and it showed the pew! You think that they're just going to chill after seeing that? Just one clip, maybe 2 megabytes large. Not gigabytes, just megabytes.
All I'm saying is it won't be enough for it to justify war. That's what I'm
Do
saying.
you think? Wait, Emmanuel, do you think?
No, if you see a missile,
do you think that will be enough to justify war?
But that wouldn't come from the whistleblower. That come from the investigation. So you're kind of.
This is what I'm saying. It will lead into an investigation. Once you have some doubt, some evidence that will force you to ask questions, they are going to now investigate, because they will then look to present it to the world. No?
Yeah, but they're gonna do investigation now as we speak. It doesn't need a whistleblower.
I know that's what I'm trying to tell you. They've been itching, right? And now that this has happened, oh my goodness, even more reason to itch. Even more this is a world event. And it's Iran. And this is just off the back of Israel said, watch. They just said watch, allegedly.
You remember Iran's top general got taken out? Well, how long ago was that?
Was that Khashoggi? Am I getting that mixed up?
Khashoggi?
I can't remember his name.
Khashoggi?
I don't know
Wasn't
what
he a
he's doing.
journalist?
I don't know what he's doing. Yes, that was it. I got it mixed up.
Wait,
What's this guy's
you
name?
qualified for this conversation?
This guy.
You qualify for this conversation.
but you guys know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
What did Iran do in retaliation?
Who did it?
It was them, innit?
Ooh.
Israel, man. Israel, America, them lot.
Wait, who was there? A whistleblower?
No, everyone knows it was them.
Wait.
Ask Gemini.
Wait. The same thing you guys put to me just now, I'm putting to you, and you're saying everybody knew. So there was a
Let me do my
whistleblower.
Googles.
There was data that basically proved that they did. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
And Iran didn't do nothing. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if the general and the flipping president is the same.
No, but he's like a legend, though. This general is a legend. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's not the same, but it's one of them ones where I feel like, even if, I'll be honest with you, I feel like, and this is not me thinking that Iran's soft, because they're definitely not, right? But I feel like they would understand the consequences of going to war.
Proverbs said,
With them.
Qasim Soleimani.
That's it. Soleimani, yeah. That's it. Thank you. like you know what I'm saying, the consequence of going to war with America would be crazy.
It absolutely.
Crazy.
And the thing is, they knew that. The alleged weather bullets knew that. And look.
Yeah, but this is why they'll hide it properly. But this is why I feel like there'll be factions. Obviously, we're just kind of, thinking
I have
about
no
this,
problem.
right? Yeah.
I also give no caveat.
But imagine now we're in a room. I can imagine some people like at that table saying, you know what? Even if with the evidence, let's maybe suppress it until we're ready to do something. I can imagine that happening.
I also imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So that would mean that we would never know until they're ready.
No, but I responded to your 20 to 30 years down the line type of conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think they wait that long. Even if it is that they have all the information and they want to be tactical, 20 to 30 years after this particular...
That's what I think, man. The only way it'll be quicker to me... Let me tell you. The only way I think it'll be quicker, Brett, is if somebody else has got a grab with America. China, something happens with China or Russia. Then it's like, okay, cool, this is our time. Let's put this out and we're going to jump on. So it's us.
You don't think Russia currently doesn't have a grab with America?
No, but they're not going to act. Something that would make Putin potentially act.
I don't know. I see Putin looking to do a 50. He will come out and be like, if it was me and they killed our president, I mean, you know how I would flex.
They killed me.
It's a head of state, right?
Yeah,
That's why you're not talking about all-out war. Do you know the implications of that?
This
that
is
what
why.
you're not talking
This
about?
is why I'm saying I don't think that will happen.
Sorry, I apologize. Were we not talking about all-out war before this incident?
No.
Every time
I
you
was talking
come
about-
here,
I was talking about
every single time
retaliation.
you come here, you say free Palestine.
Yeah, free Palestine.
Every single time, right? And then you've seen the quote-unquote genocide. And you come
No,
and
it
you
is a
scream here.
genocide. I'll say quote-unquote, it's genocide.
It's only because I'm citing you, I'm referencing you.
Oh, right, I thought you were questioning whether it's a genocide. Go on.
We've been talking about it leading to war for the longest while, right? Oh, we haven't? I must be in cloud cuckoo land.
We're talking about leading to all-out war. What,
We've
world
been
war?
talking about this particular conflict leading to war. America in bed with Israel and basically advocating for what? Say it?
Genocide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
How would that lead on to world
Then
war?
them same Israel bomb British thingamajiggies.
Yeah. You know
Aid workers, yeah.
My friend, we've been talking about the possibility of war, and then what they've done now to the embassy in Iran.
Damascus.
When we talking about this on this same show,
Yeah, of course.
I don't know why it is I'm like I'm the only person
No,
here
but
who's been
Brett,
listening to the
wait,
news.
No, but it's a bit different because I think, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. You're basically saying there needs to be something substantially more for that sort of stuff to escalate.
No
to.
one
Didn't
gives
we
a
have
shit.
an episode
different to
where
the-
we said, hey, out of the people in the room, would you be called up? Didn't we walked through this same scenario and Esther said, no, she's sleeping. She's not answering the door.
No, Ben, that wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not confused.
That was Russia, you know.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Israel thing. I think that was Russia.
Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah, and that spread.
Michael- qualified for this
Conflating, yeah.
conversation.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Hey, Esther, we're still on headlines, you know?
I actually thought that we had talked about
We're talking about conscription
No.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
this particular conflict in Palestine leading to a global war because
No, because no one gives a
don't-
shit
don't-
about
don't-
Palestine.
No, we've done that
don't-
too.
No, don't start
No, we've
raising
done
your
that
voice
too.
because I do believe we would definitely discuss
Yeah,
that
we
thing.
have done that too.
120%. Don't start raising your voice now because you feel as though I've made a mistake on this whole particular thing. We've done it twice. We've talked
yeah,
about
I'm raising my voice
World
because no
War
one
III
gives a
twice.
shit about Palestine. What I'm saying is you're not talking about all-out war. That do you know the implications of that? Do you know what? If one nuclear bomb drops, do you know
It's crazy.
before it even lands, there are other nations that can send another one. We're all done. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand what you're talking about. You're talking about war like it's one whistleblower was enough to start. Do you know what a nuclear war means? It means it's a wrap for everyone. That's what I'm trying to make you understand.
I fully understand.
So you think just off because one prime minister, one person of power has died with no evidence, but bear in mind it's only us not speaking about it allegedly being Israel, because I fucking hate Israel anyway. We're talking about them being responsible for it to justify starting a world war. I don't understand what you're talking about.
this is fantastic justification to start a world war. If there's anything that is justification, this would be the tip of it. If they find evidence, 100%.
I don't think it'll be enough.
The president, though.
I don't think it'll be enough.
This is but this is why I think we'll never see the evidence, because I think it would force them to act, and I don't think they will want to act. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I was saying, let's go on to the other assassination attempt quickly that happened last week, and this was with the Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico. Like I was saying, good news, he's no longer in immediate danger. However, he is still in serious condition. The Deputy Prime Minister Robert Kalinak was speaking at a news conference outside the hospital.
Stop. Before we continue.
Yeah.
You've mentioned nuclear war. I haven't mentioned nuclear war once. I haven't mentioned nuclear war once. So I hope it is you're not operating on that particular assumption that I am talking about nuclear war.
That's what I was assuming.
Did I mention nuclear war?
You said World War, so I assumed.
I said World War. And then I talked about the army and have you checked the stats in the Sanex. So nobody put anything in my lips about nuclear war.
Yo.
All right.
And like I was saying, right, the Deputy Prime Minister said that we are all a little calmer. For those who don't know, the Prime Minister, 59, Mr. Robert Fico, was hit by 4 bullets on Wednesday in an attack that raised alarm about the polarized state of politics in a Central European country of 5.4 million people. Kalinak told journalists that Mr. Fico's condition was still too serious to consider transferring him to hospital in the capital, but the worst fears had passed for now. So that's good news right there. The last headline is a public inquiry into the infected blood scandal, which is known as the biggest treatment disaster in NHS history, is due to publish its findings. So more than 30,000 people, for context, more than 30,000 people were infected with HIV and hepatitis C between 1970 and 1991 by contaminated blood products and transfusions. Around 3,000 of them have since died. Many haemophiliacs are given infected blood products as part of their treatment. 2 main groups of people were caught up in the scandal. So one was people with haemophilia and those with similar disorders who have a rare genetic condition, which means that their blood does not clot properly. And the second group affected include people who had blood transfusion after childbirth, accidents as well, and during medical treatment. And the chairman, Sir Brian Langstaff, will be presenting his findings on Monday. Today, ministers have promised to address the issue of final compensation once the inquiry's report is published. The total cost of this is likely to run into the billions.
Sorry, I need to double back on what Brent's saying.
Yes.
The reason I jumped and I assumed with World War and nuclear war is because it's not far-fetched. Back in the day, it was only the big powerhouses that had nuclear power. We're talking about bare countries having nuclear power now. So in regards to world wars, I don't think it's far-fetched for me to assume that a country would use it in self-defense if shit got real.
It's fully frowned upon though, because we've
Frowned
seen
upon would be dead.
Yeah, I know, but it's fully like every other nation who's not even involved in the war would intervene and do something.
We can't, because if one drops, that's
Yeah,
what
but,
I'm saying.
like,
There's nothing to be frowned upon, you'd be
I
dead.
don't think it's one of them things where like hardly nobody would know though. You know what I'm saying? Because like imagine I know that you're one of them people that can react in that sort of way, or I believe you could, right? If I see that, for example, your country, the population is just dwindling, crazy deaths, people will start to try to preempt your next move.
Did you know, like, in our
to
history,
prevent you from doing that?
in our history, there's been multiple times in which countries have nearly let go of a nuclear bomb in response to some technology fucking up, but they thought that a bomb was coming their way, and they were going to release it. There were instances where the world ended for stupider reasons. You're telling me that nuclear power isn't somewhat involved in world wars? Like we all nearly died for stupider reasons.
Yeah, but I just feel like there's so much more on the line in it, so people would try to preempt that and try to do something about it.
I feel like now world wars and nuclear wars are inherently
the same.
Yes,
I hear you, because obviously this is why there's world war, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, man. Sorry guys, it was a long set of headlines. Let's get on to our topic of the day. All right. So today's topic of the day, guys, the death of black celebrity. Trigger warning, Brent.
I'm just putting up Sally's link. Please, people, click it and go through the process of signing up and then voting for our boy.
All right.
I'm gonna do that whilst it is that the show goes on, and I hope you all follow. There we go.
All right. Thank you for that, Brents. So, the death of black celebrity. What is that? What does that phrase even mean to you first when you first hear it? Jumping out the gate.
No. As in,
so
let me
annoying.
finish my. Oh, I know how bad my song did now. Sorry. I'm glad that you're here for this conversation. To be honest, when it is that you called and then you said it'd be good to talk about this particular thing, and then obviously talk about the people who knew about this stuff, and then get quiet into this 100%. And then when it is that you called back and said, well, you texted back and said, yeah, I can actually make it in. I appreciated that. Love, much love.
I'm happy I'm here as well.
Cool. Sorry, Manuel.
Yes. So, what does that phrase mean to you guys when
Ramsey?
you first hear it?
So removing the word black out of it, because I feel like it should be for everyone. But there's no point in just stigmatizing one race. I don't see that. I know, I clocked. He said you changed it. He said you added that caveat.
I just wanted death of celebrity, innit? Yeah. And then when it is that he gave me the line in WhatsApp, it changed to black celebrity.
All right,
This guy,
I want to talk about every celebrity. I feel like we all need to stop putting them on a pedestal, and I feel like, unfortunately, I might have to acquiesce to Brent because I hit up Brent, I believe it was yesterday or the other day, in regards to the whole trigger warning to the whole P Diddy shit, and it just dawned on me. Because remember when I was here a few months ago arguing with Kevin, and was I arguing with you as well? Basically, I said there's no smoke without fire.
Okay.
When you're getting consistent allegations, there has to be some truth to it. So when I was arguing that, and then obviously I had no hard evidence, like the videos come out of Cassie with him abusing Cassie, it just dawned on me that now people are starting to say what he's done is abhorrent and that there seems to be some credence. But anyway,
Isn't that fair though?
hold on. Aside from that,
Not really.
but yeah, what I was saying before I say my point is I now need to question my belief in Michael Jackson because it's
What's this?
it's too many, bro. There's
crazy.
too many. There's
Let's not even make this about Mike.
no, but there's too many. I say all that to say I hit up Brent and I said there's too many artists now that are complicit. So when you know the Jada Kiss, Fabulous, and when they won Drink Champs. And people became acting weird. I now was deep in all the celebrities and all the rappers that I love for their art, not necessarily the person. How many of them knew? Like, how many times have they been in a party with Diddy or seen stuff and allowed that to go through? My whole question now to Brent is how far are people willing to let shit slide and being complicit for money? All that shit made me feel sick.
Is this a
I find it
celebrity
hard
thing,
to
though?
believe. It is celebrity.
Before
but
you,
is it a
before you
celebrity
continue,
thing?
Manuel, sorry for interrupting. On a Discord over the weekend, a couple of people were having a back and forth, and they atted me because they believe I'm the only person who responds to ats in the Discord. Fair, right? Fair. And some of them believe that you, Emmanuel, were there screaming, protect black men, when the case came out and then the findings were like detail laid out in this particular court document.
What about Diddy?
No, 100% about Diddy. When Cassie dropped
I
it,
wasn't defending no Diddy.
well, they were saying that you were
Nah, man, that's
saying
false,
that
man.
saying that him paying her off
Yeah.
is not an admission of guilt, and that's
In fact, people saying otherwise. People saying the fact that he paid her off and the fact that she accepted money, and that their argument was, oh well, if you did get abused, why would you accept the money?
yeah, that was one of the
Yeah.
arguments that someone was suggesting that Emmanuel was making also. I did say that let me at him so that he can get the message, but you didn't get the message. Like maybe you ignored it. I don't know if you did.
I didn't even see it pop up, you know.
But anyway, I just wanted you to know that some people in the community feel as though this session that we're going to now look to explore is directed right at you.
Well, let me just make two things very clear, yeah. If you pay somebody, it's not an admission of guilt. Not necessarily. Number two, I definitely weren't defending no Diddy. because I was saying, if I'm being honest, obviously, in like conversations outside of TDA, I'm saying I fully believe it. I'm not. I don't think anyone's really surprised, to be honest with you.
I think you said that you fully believed in the gay stuff.
What gay stuff?
The gay stuff that was rumored around Diddy.
Oh, what did I say it on TDA?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I may have said that part. But I believe it all about Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's too much. There's too many. There's too many allegations.
It might be that, but also you just see certain things, man. Like you said, that same drink champs. It's crazy. You know, so I'm not surprised by it at all. And like you also said as well, it's been like rumors for like well over a decade. Well over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody was surprised. But I think it's just disgusting, like seeing it though. You know what I'm saying? I think that's.
I feel like the boys have been talking a lot. Do you know what? Do you not think?
No, there'll be an
About what
opportunity.
did he?
Did like everything to do with celebrity? I feel like I got questions for both of you.
Oh, they can get into it. But what's you guys thinking of the phrase when you hear the death of black celebrity?
Can we remove the word?
I hear it.
Can we remove the word black?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, remove the word
Do you know
black,
what
just
it is?
celebrity.
Yeah, I do feel like there's definitely some sort of an agenda somewhere. Yeah, but at the same time, you have to hold people accountable for their actions. No one put a gun to your head and asked you to do all the stuff that you're doing. I think that money, power, and fame, like for some people, like it's. I think it's like the worst kind of drug that someone could have if you're not a person who is grounded and knows how to kind of like deal with it. Because I feel like with a lot of these celebrities who currently are going through all of this stuff, it's a massive abuse of power. And you've been allowed to get away with it for years. And you genuinely believe that you're able to do what you're doing and no one can tell you anything because you've been doing it for years. Let me give an example. The fact that Diddy came out after all of this and did pantomime, oh my gosh, there's been defamation of character. Like people are chatting, like you went out of your way to take your phone and to type all the stuff you were typing to deflect from what was happening. Like you put it out there with chest for the world to see that you are innocent. Now, the evidence has come out, I was in a dark place. You like make it make sense. Even if you was in a dark place, when people started talking and like the courts and stuff, like when it came out and stuff, you knew you were in a dark place. So I'm not saying that you should have come out and said anything. If you didn't want to say anything here, but just be quiet.
Exactly.
It's like, why do you lie? Because then it just looks even worse.
Yeah.
And the only reason why you're making that video saying that you were in a dark place is because you've been caught. Because if we didn't see that video, you would still be dying on that hill of I'm innocent and defamation of character. And even the other day, more recently, what was his post? Or time tells truth or whatever. It's like, shut the F up. Like, I can't take you serious. I don't feel sorry for you. We can sit here and say it's like they're trying to get rid of black people and all that. Bro, no one put a gun to your head and told you to do the stuff you were doing to her. Do you understand what I mean? So like take accountability. So I feel like secretly this is a cop-out talking about the death of black celebrity. Because if we're gonna talk about R. Kelly, if we're gonna talk about Bill Cosby, if we're going to talk about all these people we're going to talk about, in this conversation have done fucked up shit. Sorry. So us saying that, it's like, I feel like we're giving them a cop out. Well, do you see what, do you get what I mean?
In what way though?
Like I guess it depends on where the conversation is going to go, but it's like, if we're saying that there's an agenda to like humiliate the black man or to humiliate celebrities and like, because there is that argument.
Yeah.
That they're doing this, the man is doing this intentionally to like make us look bad and ruin the black community and whatnot. If that is the argument we're taking, I feel like it's a cop-out because these people that we're talking about have done the stuff that they've done.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean?
I definitely agree with you, but also I feel like to add on to the agenda, I feel like there are a lot of white celebrities that don't get no traction. Elvis was one of them. Mick Jagger was one of them. Bowie was one of them. All of them had sexual relations with underage girls, but no one cares. No, this is no. This ain't no. I'm not giving you allegations. I'm telling you.
No, that's fact.
This is written down.
They made songs about it too.
But then the ones that are demonized are the ones of color.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is that was a long time ago. So people will argue that it was a different time. This and that. The people we're talking about now.
Woody Allen, then fuck it, right now. Woody Allen Woody Allen's dating the girl that he adopted right
Yeah,
now.
100%. Yeah, I know.
Leonardo DiCaprio is swapping girls like he's changing pants.
But he's swapping girls of age. Just
Of
because he
age,
doesn't like a girl
yeah.
over 25, who
yeah,
cares?
but it's still. I feel like with the celebrity stuff, I don't feel like it's a death of like black celebrities. I feel like it's a death of celebrities in general,
Yeah.
and the reason for that is social media, because back when we only saw stuff about celebrities in magazines and stuff, like celebrities had a mysticism about them. Now they're way too accessible, and so now we can know that you're weirdos and you're creeps. So I don't actually think it's like a death of any race of celebrities. I think it's a death of all celebrities. Like there's certain ones that pop and whatnot, like someone like Taylor Swift and the Swifties and whatever, like she's popping the way she is and blah blah. But in terms of like celebrities that quote unquote, because there was different level, there was a list of celebrities, and there was like 80 celebrities that you didn't know nothing about them. Like I couldn't tell you what Beyonce wore yesterday. I couldn't tell you when she. Jeremy, you just didn't know anything about them. I feel like with celebrities that we know way too much about them, and I feel like that's what's really causing the death of it, and all this exposure and stuff. I just feel like I just feel like the people are pieces of shit, and I feel like it's always been dark stuff anyway. So.
See, you mentioned a few things I wanna ask about. Yeah, do you feel like it's because there's been an exposure of the really negative things that's kind of contributed, or do you feel like it's still the reality shows that's made it? You know what I'm saying? Where we get to the point where it's like, cool, we're not really venerating these people anymore because we know more about them. Like they're regular folk,
I don't think
Kardashians,
so, you know.
but it's more so the negative stuff you're saying.
I think their shit is just catching up to them.
Okay.
I think that it's just people are just having the day they deserve, because when you think about it, when a lot of them, even like we think about Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, and whatever, their first people that came out about them first weren't like your necessary like ordinary non-celebrity people. It was their colleagues coming out saying, no, in 50 years ago, 20 years ago, this is what you did to me for me to get a job. So a lot of it like is them telling on each other without. Yeah, it's them. It's the abusers and like, and the men that feel like they had the power and stuff. It's their shit. It's just what the things that they've done catching up to them. That's really what it is.
I've got a question to pose to all of you. How much of our actions make it complicit? Like, how complicit are we in our favorite celebrity to allow them to continue to act like this? So when we have our favorite artists, because we had this conversation outside at CDA. For me personally, as soon as I found out that anyone's done some fuck shit, I don't listen to them. I don't give them any more money. Like it's done.
Yeah.
I'm boycotting like every artist. So that leads me to say to you lot, do you lot feel complicit? And if you do, or if you don't, what would make you lot drop you lot's favorite artist to stop supporting them?
I don't ever feel complicit because I can't separate the art from the person. I feel like even if you're the best rapper in the world and if I find out you're doing heinous things and whatnot, like I personally can't separate that at all. Sometimes I'm even annoyed that I have to like speak about stuff because of what I do, because I'd rather not give you any type of like light, any type of anything at all.
Okay.
So I wouldn't, but I do think that with society, absolutely, yeah, because we don't all think alike. Diddy posted a stupid apology video, right? If you can call it that. And people are in the comments saying about, oh yeah, like God should be the only one to judge, and like we shouldn't judge, and like this man is clearly sorry and is clearly da-da-da-da. Like that's one video out of Lord knows how many things. They were together for like what, a decade, like 10 years, and that was just in 2016. They hadn't broken up in 2016. I can't remember what year they broke up, but it was in 2016. And he's come out now and said that he had problems. Like I'm a big mental health advocate. I'm a big therapy advocate. I'm big on having conversations about traumas and dealing with all that kind of stuff, but it is never an excuse for you like harming other people. And he's sitting there talking about he was in a dark place. You're still in a dark place. You're literally dark. Like you're a walking demon. But there's people in his comments cussing people out who were like, oh, this apology is bullshit. Like people are literally cussing them out, saying, oh, you guys, how are you? You're not the one to judge, and like like going back and forth with people. Because they're saying that this vision, when Cassie when she filed the paperwork, he literally came out and said she is just trying to, this is a money grab opportunity.
From it, yeah.
but you knew what you did.
Took the piss out of her.
And then now because a video's come out, one video has been leaked or whatnot, or come out, whatever it is. Now you can say, oh, you look back and you went to that. Shut up about therapy. Shut up about therapy. No one cares that you went to therapy because it clearly didn't work. It didn't work because in the way that like in recent things that he's been doing, even I don't know if you guys have seen the video as well. When he was the BET, I think he got some kind of something.
Oh, the speech at the end.
The speech, and he was like, oh, and also thank you, Cassie, for holding me down. I saw that as a threat. That's what abusers do. Abusers try and get in your head, and it's so wild the way like abusers manipulate. So when he said that, everyone's thinking, oh, like that's so sweet, like that woman is married, has a child, and you are on stage with your girlfriend in the audience holding up a Go Pappy sign, and you're thanking her for holding you down when you knew what you were doing, when you knew you're abusing her. I feel like he's known for a minute that this was coming up, and when he did that, that was like a sign of like, I'm aware and I'm watching you kind of situation. And he sits there and he posts Kim Porter's pictures all the time. This time he abused the woman as well, broke her nose and all sorts. Allegedly had like what's it called, cameras and stuff like in her house all the time and like bugged her house till she died. Do you get me? So like all this stuff is all performance, and then you have people in the comments like, oh, God is the only one that's gonna judge, and then also as well, because I don't know if we talked about you mentioned Dr. Umar's thingy. Yeah. He was being sarcastic.
Yeah, he was.
Because that's what happens. People go and do bullshit. They do foolishness. They do crazy stuff, and then they just throw in a bit of God in there. Because Diddy did that. He was like, oh, I've asked God for forgiveness, and I know that He will make me. I'm not a perfect man. Shut up about being perfect. No one expects anyone to be perfect. And so Dr. Moon was mocking that. There was even a girl on Twitter who saw the video, and she was like, I haven't watched this yet, but let me hazard a guess at what he said. She said, I feel like he's going to talk about he was in a low place. He's going to talk about he's been to therapy and he's been to like some kind of situation to rehabilitate himself, and he's going to bring God into it. And everyone was in the comments like, you checked all the boxes. And she hadn't watched it because again, when it comes to stuff like that, there's a checklist. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but when it comes to like crimes against black children, when it comes to crimes against black women, it is not loud. This is why they get away with the bullshit they get away with. They only really start to get convicted when it's a white woman. Watch if one of Diddy's victims now is a white woman, and watch how quickly he's gonna go down for it. Watch how quickly. Let one white woman, and not a biracial mixed, a white woman, blonde white woman, let her come out and say, do you know what? Actually, he did this, and that to me, and watch what happens. It's mad. It's mad. It's crazy. Someone on the line.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Morning. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, speaking to KJ. How you looking? Right?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
I'm very well, thank you. I just want to make a couple points. First, are we conflating the idea of loss of society to holding people accountable?
Okay.
Because I don't know if you guys have mentioned this. Oh, it is? Oh.
Okay, I think. Wait, speak now.
Can you hear me better now? Hello?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, good.
All right, perfect. Are we conflating the idea of celebrity holding people accountable? Because with this idea of people being more on social media in their day-to-day and seeing what you, it becomes a bit more personal. You hold people who, one, you become close to, but two, who you deem like status to like better, basically. More that we're holding people accountable as time goes on, as opposed to just being a dead celebrity, or is it just celebrities changing?
You know what? Your line is quite bad. It keeps cutting out.
Did you?
But in terms of the accountability, that was literally the next point. To ask everybody if they thought as these exposures indicate like a new era of accountability. So I'm not too sure if that's what you was alluding to.
That is exactly what I was saying. Okay. Hear me better now? Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you a bit better.
All right, cool. Now I'm saying that the celebrities just changing, that we feel closer to these people, but also we hold them on a high status, not like local parental. Yeah, just status, and we hold people in a high. We just want them to do best, expect them to do better. Now we can actually hold them because we feel like we have a one-on-one with them almost through these videos that with them. So I don't think it's a celebrity. Generally think it's just a change of the guard, or a change of how we view things, or a change of how we interact with people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Second point, I've been battling with this because I don't, obviously, well, it's not obvious, people don't know me, but I don't condone any of these actions. I don't condone in hitting anyone in general. The way the man was dragging that woman is mental. One thing I will say is, because I saw this video at 8 o'clock Monday morning, which I shouldn't have been on Instagram, I said to my why am I seeing this video? Why am I in my house in England able to see this video? Where there's loads of things that happen, other races, other people, other celebrities, and we know nothing about it apart from speculation going on here. Now, I wish it was fair across the board. If we're going to see things, let us see everything. If we're not going to see these things, let us not see everything. It does always seem to be on black people. And I did want to kind of make that point.
Are you saying everything as in like you want to see stuff with white people as well?
Yeah, if we're going to hold everyone accountable, let's hold everyone accountable.
Can I
Let us
be honest?
see for all these videos and all these allegations, as opposed to just being able to see these things that, unfortunately, even though we're not the homogenous group, as black people, like we take it a bit more personally, and there always just seems to be back on us, and it always seems to be like something good is happening, but no, these things are happening in your community. It all seems that way to me, and I don't buy.
Can I be honest with you? Yeah.
Talk to me.
I feel like this is part of the problem. Because what you're saying leans into that mindset of like they're trying to keep the black man down and trying to break us down and da. I feel like for me, yeah, when something like this happens, when something crazy happens or someone's done something blah, like this is not, I don't care that your neighbor's done it and it didn't get caught. Yeah. Because that doesn't change what it is that you've done. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So Diddy doing what Diddy's done, if there's white people doing it, it doesn't change what Diddy's done. And quite honestly, stuff is going on in the white realm. We're just not privy. It's not content that we take in. Like, do you get me? Like the white footballers that get caught doing cocaine, then white celebrities that get caught doing cocaine, the what's it called? The Katie Prices, like all these scandals that happens on the white side of celebrity life, that happens as well. They're trying to get Russell Brand out of here. Like all that stuff happens as well, but it's not what we consume, and it's not an echo chamber. So we're gonna feel like, oh, it's always black people. But I don't even care if it's always black people because it shouldn't be happening in the first place. Like, do you get me? Like, the act is the act, and the act is like, I don't care for equality of calling out crimes when it's just because it's just a black person being called out. Did you commit the crime? Were you out here abusing women? Yes, you were. Okay, then you face the consequences for what you're doing. Like, I feel like just having a conversation about there needs to be the same energy for the white people. What does that mean? So does that mean that if there's not going to be that energy, does that mean if there's not going to be the energy for the white celebrities, then that maybe then this shouldn't get called out? That we've got to think about what do we mean by that? Because the facts are the facts. He's been called out. He's been exposed. Okay, so if we're going to say there needs to be the same energy, if there isn't the same energy, where do we go from there? Do we then not want the black celebrities exposed because there isn't that energy on the white side?
There is a slight to my argument, and one thing I acknowledge is that maybe this is the time to bring this up. It's too fresh because it does. I can agree. It does sound like I'm saying let's ignore what actually happened and focus on this. That's not what I'm saying. I believe I'm argue on the side of morality with society as opposed to just this is what black people, what white people are doing. It could be race. I want equity. I want equality in treatment. And I don't think right now there's an equality in treatment. And unfortunately, like the equality is lacking on the side. I'll call this out regardless of either side. Do you know what I mean? I'm not advocating for now focus on, what only happened to black people. This should be to white people as well. No, lock them up and throw away the key. All of them. All these abusers, all people who want to be treating people badly, them all up. But it's funny that you say Russell Brand. When was we heard Russell Brand's name? We spoke about it a week, died down. Do you know what I'm saying?
To us, though, in the white side, like sorry, I'm so sorry, Ramsey. If you don't, can you honestly say you keep up with white celebrity news? Because they be trying to get people out of here. Like obviously, I do Word and Road, I see a lot of this stuff. They are constantly on these people's necks. But when it's not the content you take in, how would you know?
I think a Dispatches documentary on what's his name, Russell Brand, airing for weeks. is a long time. I don't think that just came and went.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think I want to echo what Esther said. I feel like we are somewhat in an echo chamber because our algorithms are made for us, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm on Instagram and I'm going through obviously the stuff that I care about, food, hip hop, blah 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 blah, fashion, whatever, that's the only thing that's gonna regurgitate for me. So I'm not necessarily gonna hear about Russell Brand or hear about some other, other mediums transgressions that I don't care about. It's not gonna show up for me.
Yeah.
But is it more so because obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, right, caller, but I feel like maybe he's also saying that like you'd hear about it from all outlets, but seeing the video, that graphic, you know what I'm saying, and making it look like Diddy or black men or whatever potentially, right, depending on how the media want to spin it, are this much of are this animalistic? Because it's kind of like the whole crime thing. We know like there's far more white people, so there's far more white crime. But you hear black on black crime all the time because there's an agenda there to do something. It's not saying, okay, cool, let's not tell the world about black on black crime. It's just saying, yo, why though is there this disparity? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's basically where it's come from.
I get it 100%. Go on.
That is where it's come from, and thank you for that. I do also hold, again, maybe this is the wrong time to bring, and I also understand the argument of that I might be ignorant to seeing other or whatever it might be, their struggles or whatever they're going through. But yes, I do think that it's a lot more graphic when it comes to our people. However, I'm not arguing that it needs to be less graphic. I'm arguing we need to push all of the issues to the forefront and stay on people's neck.
You know what's so mad though? I'm sorry, like, I just can't sit with any of this argument. Like, it's making me very, very... It's irritating the shit out of me, if I'm going to call it spade a spade.
Why?
It's not more graphic. What is graphic is exactly what's happening to victims. It's not more graphic when it comes to black people. When you watch that video of Diddy, it's not edited. That is literally what the woman documented. That was literally, if you read the full document, that was nothing. If you felt sick by that, that was nothing compared to what it is that she actually wrote in the court documents. So it's not a case where it's, when it comes to black people, it's more graphic or it's made to be more violent. It is that violence. It is that graphic. It is that harmful. It's not, do you know what I mean? Like, we can't talk about it as if like it's partly doctored and there's some kind of agenda. I'm not saying there's no agenda when it comes to black people and how it is black people are seen in society and blah, blah, blah. And that's what makes it sadder because unfortunately the sickos feed into that. And unfortunately, racists who don't care to know what black people are like anyway will use a one example to hold it. In the same way, people are adamant that the smallest statistics of people who lie about being abused, that is what they're going to use to discredit every case of abuse they hear. It's in the same way. So when people talk about, the white media is making it seem like black people, you are doing the exact same thing when flipping Cassie came out and whoever else and all these women or all the people that have been abused come out and you not deny it. And you say they only want money. And you say they only this, it's only that. It's the same mindset. It's just different examples. It's just manifesting in different ways. So the videos are not more graphic when you see them. They're not. They don't make the whoever it is the perpetrator look more violent. It is that violent for the people who are in those situations, who are facing those abuses, who are facing those harms. This is not that. This is not a conversation for. It's not a time for they're trying to keep the black man down, or there needs to be, they need to expose this person more as well. It's none of that. It doesn't change what the situation is. I care for black people. I'm a black woman, and so I care for black people. Black business is my business. So I don't care what the hell Jeffrey Epstein was doing. I don't care what the hell. Of course, it's all disgusting. Absolutely. If I found out there's black girls there that he was trafficking, now I care about it. But I care about black business, and when I'm minding black business, I don't care that over on the other side, white people aren't being prosecuted the way they should be. Because all I care about is that the black people that are moving mad are being prosecuted the way they should be, because we should be looking out for each other. It's disgusting. So I'm sorry, I can't entertain any more of this narrative. It's literally making me so angry.
I understand sentiment, and I hear what you're saying, but it's a bit difficult to live in a society that we live in, which we claim to be multicultural, and say we only care about our business.
Do you
only
follow
care
white
about
business on a normal day?
Hold on.
On a normal
Can I
day?
just finish? Can I just finish?
On a normal day?
Can I just finish?
Just quickly.
Can I just finish?
Quickly.
No, but can I just finish my point, please, Esther? You speak. Can I just finish my point, please?
Done, actually.
It's a bit difficult living in the society living and claim it's multicultural and claim that we want equality within this society, but then say we only care about our and not reflect on anybody else's or anybody else's punishment. Because we will then, how can I put this?
KJ,
There will be condoned. Sorry?
can I ask a couple questions?
Yeah, of course.
I think I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You're saying that this stuff about Diddy has come to our eyes and ears, and you're not seeing the whites having the same treatment, right?
And as it, by the way, this should come to our eyes and ears. Should come to our eyes and ears. Yes. But then my mind did one when I did see it. Yes.
Yeah. Can you give me an example of someone who you know who is in the white community that has done similar heinous acts where there is footage that you believe they have kept from the mainstream media?
Honestly, I can't. However, I will think about it. Let me reflect upon it. Let me reflect on it. But I will say that there are everywhere, and these things don't just happen behind closed doors.
I agree that because I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I believe that there's compromise on all of these particular people with influence and power. That's how it's leveraged, right? That's how complicity and compliance is leveraged. I understand that. But this particular case, as we've seen, this happened in 2016, right? And he was able to pay off all of his brethrens and to keep this particular thing, even though so many people in that same particular cult of Hollywood knew about a whole set of indiscretions that he was getting up with. They're all complicit, so they all keep it quiet. This is how it works in every single country. Every single country. So the question for me is, why is this really important? Because we have moved away from our kind of theme. We were looking to lean in on holding him accountable and all the people who've been keeping this particular charade going. And now we're debating this thing that I can't see right now, the importance of it. The priority as to what we were talking about compared to this. And especially seeing as any other pair of his in that particular position committing certain acts, do we know whether it is that they've pulled the girl by her head, kicked her, and it be recorded, and it hasn't been put up because of they wanting to present black people in a particular way? This particular argument, I'm not sure if it takes priority. That's just me though.
No, I do hold that. I think when the argument was presented by Esther initially, that this might be the wrong. I just thought this was just a thought that had my warmed into my head when I could see it straight. Again, I don't want to detract from the main thing. What Diddy did was horrible. Was disgusting. We should see things. We should see people for what they are, animals that they are, and it should be put out there. It should be used to prosecute people at the time, because victims are victims and victims deserve justice in what we deem to be justice. I think my brain is a bit further. Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it should just focus on the priority at hand. But it goes further and it says, if this person can get some form of justice at some form of time, everyone deserves that. Every single person. Yeah, of course you can. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna slightly shift away from argument. How much of his behavior or how much of the stuff that he's done do you feel like consumers are complicit in?
We don't know what we don't know. So what do you mean consumers are you mean when these allegations first came out?
So
is that what you mean? When?
So I guess I can give you two scenarios. When the allegations came out in all of its detail, when all the rest of the allegations came out, and it's 3. When it came out, the other rumors, and now we know. In those scenarios, how far what can the consumer do to show that they don't fuck with his behavior? Like how much can consumers really do to stop that from happening again?
Okay, yeah, I'm a big fan of being quiet and watching and assessing. Yeah. So you see how Slim Thug jumped out there and basically called Cassie a liar, and then he had to retract it yesterday or whenever it was. I hate that kind of behavior. I'm also not a big fan of condemning someone straight away, because there's been cases where we condemn someone, we find out the person's lying, and there's silence on that side as well. In terms of answering your question, how much are consumers what's the word you use?
Complicit.
Complicit, yeah, about that. How much are they complicit? I can't give you an answer. I'm not too sure. What is our condemnation going to do exactly?
Stop them.
It really improves. Oh, you're talking about like stopping consuming Diddy's products.
Stop fucking with Diddy's products. Stop fucking with his music. Stop streaming his stuff. Don't even talk about him. Just completely cut ties. The only reason R. Kelly was able to do what he done for so long is because people refused to look at the light. They refused to look at the evidence.
Okay, that's a better example. That's a better example, because I was young when that video came out, and I think I was stepping in the name of love. Then I found out about that video after, even though it came out before. Stop fucking with us from early. I made that decision. My little $1,000, my little, even like downloading stuff of LimeWire and all that, my little my attention went away from that. And then I found it very hypocritical and kind of disgusting that when and did get locked up, that's when people wanted to stop listening to him, and having the discussion should be stopped listening to him. So that when we feel strongly about something, when we feel strong, because let's have it right, we do kind of, depending on the cry, we do pick and choose. When we feel strongly about something, stop. Because it's not just about money, it's about attention. Attention is capital. So just stop giving the person attention. Completely lock them. So in that sense, I feel we have a duty to do that.
I say all of this to say, when I hear anything fucked up, I drop him. So they're not going to get no penny, no attention from me, nothing. I drop them. Whether it's Tory Lanez, R. Kelly, Chris Brown, P. Diddy, even I go so far as to say Alchemist, unfortunately, as much as I fuck with his production, all of them, man, I drop. I drop all that. If they're doing stuff that I disagree with, especially domestic abuse, especially anything to do with harming other people, I drop them. So that's why I'm saying everything I'm saying. And I feel like if consumers followed that, there will be a lot. There'll be a lot more of an effect. I understand we can't control what consumers do, but I believe if people continue to consume, they will continue with their behavior because they're thinking, wow, people still know what I'm doing and I'm still getting money, which is why I think R. Kelly was able to get along with it for so long.
I agree with you, and I also try and up that value as well. However, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't say I knew certain men were dealing drugs to our community and gangbanging and people, and I don't listen to them and enjoy their music. But guys, thank you for listening to me. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work.
KJ, thank you for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. With R. Kelly, for the longest while, certain members of the black community, i.e. black women, have been trying to get him out for the longest while.
Yeah.
But it never stuck, right? With Diddy, you've been hearing rumors within black outlets and circles for the longest while, but it never stuck, right? It was only now where Diddy has now done something that his masters didn't like. Like he decided to dance in a manner in which it is that they haven't ordered him to dance in, right? And they were like, all right, cool, time is up. Let me rein you in now. Then...
You think that's what's caused it?
That's what you think
then,
happened, Joe?
100%. What my point is that I'm not seeing bare black people who doing madness in high places on the timeline. Even now, some people are saying, well, this person's next. This person's next. This top person here, allegedly, is next. But we're not going to see that unless it is
They upset Massa.
they upset Massa.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Massa's been protecting them for the longest while. What I do see on social media is the stuff that we look to create. We look to generate, right? And I also see the knife crime. I also see that, and I understand that agenda 100%. But this in particular, where the black people who have power, these evil mother effers who've been peddling this crap for the longest while, they're protected up until the point where they serve the master no longer.
Yeah.
And that's when it drops. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's why the argument in this case, I don't know if we're seeing high profile black people getting out here until it is they do something wrong. And again, we are only now seeing, so you've been doing madness for the longest while, and you white people have been keeping it from us. We've still been patronizing them because it serves you 100%. But it has all to do with power.
100%.
All of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Is that all? Is that the case with everyone though? Because look at what's his name, Philip Schofield. You feel like a similar thing happened with him, where he kind of upset certain people.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened?
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah,
why
yeah.
is it we're now seeing certain things? And then when it is he started to say, hey, I'm gonna squeal, you know. That's when he's like, cool, let's try to clean it up.
Yeah.
Because that was a quick cleanup. Quick.
Yeah.
That's my take on that. Off the back of what KG was saying, by the way. Let's continue.
So yeah, in terms of accountability, right? Do you feel? I mean, we kind of touched that. To be fair, do you feel like the legal system and the media has played a role in bringing these issues to the light? Do you feel like even the motivation is a positive one? Because I feel like who released the footage? Was it CNN?
CNN, yeah.
Cool. Do you feel like they did it like motivated by cool? Let's get this predator out of here, or is it more so let's be the first ones to break the story?
First one's to break the story. It's always that.
I don't think they actually care.
And does it matter? Does it matter to
No, not
does it
at
matter to
all.
you guys though?
What, as in what the motivation is for releasing the footage? Not really. I mean, we're never going to get virtuous media outlets. They don't exist. They're there to hit numbers. That's what they do. They're a business. As long as the news is out there, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I don't expect them to care. Like, we've seen how they throw people under the bus for less, or like the mad stuff that happens. You get what I mean? So a media outlet is not the hill that I'm gonna die on to expect them to come and be like righteous people. Not at all.
Esther mentioned earlier about how we're kind of, there's a shift almost in how we're seeing celebrities, right, from back in the day to now. Why do you think society even cared and had any infatuation with celebrities in the first place?
I feel like there's an emotional attachment, especially with music. If you're hearing your favourite artist from when you were a kid growing up and then you associate their songs to times in your life, it's only natural you do have an emotional attachment to it. So I feel like having that being broken down by the fact that they're a nonce almost muddies your memory. That's me personally. If I'm hearing certain songs and I love certain songs, I love certain artists, instead of me enjoying the song for what it is, I now think, oh no, this guy's a nonce. So I can never dissociate the artist to the art.
Okay.
This is why I kind of peeled off with the whole Drake commentary. when I learned, that's why I peeled off with the whole Drake and Kendrick thing.
Why?
Remember, I was backing Drake for the till I chose to back Drake
No,
in
you're
that
still back in
exchange.
Drake. You were chatting shits last time. But let's not digress.
Let's not go down that road.
Yeah, let's not. So
Today's not the day.
when I saw the footage on stage when he was there talking to that young girl.
Yep.
And then obviously now Kendrick is now alluding to the fact that he's been doing this and next, and then now information's now just popping up here.
It's not really popping up though. You just refuse to look at it.
Oh, but it's just making you feel some type of ways. What you're saying?
What did you just say?
It's not popping up. It's always been out there, but people don't care because he's Drake.
This day. I don't know what day it was when the beef started, and then a couple of days after that, right, is when I saw the video. I shared it in the Discord. Are you telling me that I knew all of them?
No, you said pop up.
In my
Oh
vision.
right, no. When you're saying pop up, it's popped up because of the Drake because of the beef. It hasn't. That footage always been there. A lot of consumers have been aware of that footage.
But whilst everybody's not talking about it, don't people now resurface it?
Yeah.
Because it's not being
Resurface and
talked
pop
about?
up are two different words. They're two different expressions.
Semantics. Never mind.
Yeah, I feel like with celebrities,
Potato.
I feel like with celebrities, I feel like the reason why celebrities popped the way they did, even like back in the day, is because they live life. They basically live a life that people aspire to have, and that's part of the attraction. That's part of what makes people. I feel like that's part of the attraction of what gets people that interested.
You think so?
Yeah, because
More,
it's like
more than
they're.
the art.
Huh?
More than the art itself.
Yeah, because when I think about like, even when I think about magazines that I read when I was younger, I didn't know what these people did. Like I knew the people that listened to music, but there's other people that I saw and they just looked so glam and they had like really nice things and shiny things and they just looked like they had a perfect life. Like, I feel like so back then celebrities were always packaged to have a perfect life unless they were going through something. Then the media does what the media does. But it's almost like it's this weird thing with human beings and it showed up in I can't think of other examples, but it shows up in other examples as well where it's like every normal person is here and celebrities are here and it's like this is what you should be aspiring to. This is why like everyone wants to be a millionaire, people want to be rich and people want to have this and people want fame and stuff because the way society, we're kind of socialized to believe that is like the best thing to happen to you if you exist kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like with social media has made us realize that
It's not.
it's not as great as we've been marketed to be.
I think social media's kind of ruined it for celebrities.
I think so, yeah.
Because now your pant is on display. Like,
You can see your whole yash.
and the thing is, I'm not invested in anybody enough in general. So I don't follow a lot of celebrities, if I'm honest with you. Like, because I don't care about your lives like that. But that's just how I've always been. Like, there's not besides B2K when I was young and dumb. But do you know what I mean? But like, as I've grown up, there's no one that I'm really, really, really invested in their life like that to follow them. And even someone like 50 Cent who I follow, you don't really see much of his life. He's just a troll. So he's very entertaining for me. Do you get what I mean? So that's why I'm there, for the shits and giggles. But not really about following his life. And do you know what I mean? So I think with social media, we literally can see under everyone's skirt.
Yeah.
Literally. And a lot of it is by choice, by the way, because you choose to put this stuff out there.
It's never been about them though, for me. It's never been about who they're dating. I get what S is saying, and that's definitely a lot of people. That's definitely what attracts a lot of people. Mine is purely the art.
Yeah, but that's because you're very invested in the art, though. Not everybody's invested in the art like you. Like, do you know what I mean? Most people, I feel like, you see, like, you're hip hop like head, like you study hip hop. Do you know what I mean? Whereas not everybody consumes music the same way you consume music. So I love music to bits, but I don't consume music the way you consume music. To the point where it's about the art. Do you get what I mean?
Does it also depend on the personality of the person? Because like some of the greatest, most talented musicians are not necessarily the most lavish
people.
living. You know what I'm saying? So do you care to see Alchemist's crib? You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't, but his production is amazing. You respect where he came from.
Yeah.
So that's why it hurts when I don't want to, but I have to drop him.
No, but but what I'm trying to say is it's not like he can pull you in with the other angle too.
Oh, no, it's done.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's all right. I don't care
But
who
for
you're
somebody
dating,
else
I don't care
though,
about all
for
that
somebody
shit.
else though, like Drake for example, let's just say like MTV Cribs was a thing. Like seeing Drake's house, seeing Jay-Z's house, seeing even Puff's house, like that may make people who care about that lifestyle feel like, oh, I still like this guy. I still want to know more about him.
But if,
And it starts
That's what I'm
young.
saying.
Because even think about like,
that's me.
that Sweet 16 show.
This is it.
Like a lot of
You
it
see all their
starts from
kids
when
and
you're
stuff.
from when you're young. Even like watching Disney Channel and like when they have the sports days and all that kind of stuff over Disney Channel and stuff. And it looked fun. It's like, oh my gosh. And then obviously now growing up, knowing how much abuse these kids were with the Nickelodeon stuff and all that stuff, it's sickening. But when you're younger, you feel like that's the coolest job to have.
yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? So I feel like it's strategic in the way that these things are done.
Is it innately in humankind to look to idolize or worship or deify?
I believe that, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
I believe so.
I think that's why it's so heavily in the Bible. That
I think it should be, ideally what it's for is God. But I think with human beings find other things to worship. Everything except God.
Look at
Is that
how
idolatry?
Do you
Look
know
at
what
how-
it is as well, though? It's
Sorry,
because
go on.
those things. It's because those.
Cheeky.
I know, that's fine. It's because those things are tangible.
Yeah.
Do you see what I
So I
mean?
think
When
as
you're
well.
working towards something, it's weird because I'm like that, yeah, where when I look at success, like for me, success has to be tangible.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else would be like, no, but you've done it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not, I can't touch it. Do you see what I mean? I can't touch it. I can't see it. I can't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
want receipts.
And
Literally.
and even speaking to what you said, it's about God and stuff.
Yeah.
This is the reason why it's kind of easier, especially back then, for people to have idols.
Yeah.
Because you can see God. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But an invisible God, it's like you can forget. You know what I'm saying? So what is there really to aspire to? You would aspire to an idol or to man.
It's a
You know
very
what I
good
mean?
point, man.
People actually say like, "Oh my gosh, you're my idol."
No, that needs to stop.
Literally, that's why it's a mental
Look
illness.
at how we get carried away with the football.
That's just idol.
Like there were actually people fighting each other.
Yeah,
Imagine.
we actually
Off the back of the football team that they supported. Good morning.
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 Morning, babes. Who are you speaking to? Is it anonymous?
Bathroom Diaries.
Oh, morning, girl. How are you?
Um, Thanks, y'all. I'm good. I just want to talk about the celebrity thing in terms of why a lot of people are heavily influenced by celebrities. I want to give my perspective. I'm thinking it's based on escapism. So majority of us didn't grow up with money, right? And then Hollywood in America was this whole, follow your dreams, it's the American dreams. And because back in the days we didn't have much all we had really was magazines. Some of us had only 5 channels at one point on TV. So you saw that stuff and you're like, wow, one day I want to see that. Or you're just nosy and you want to know what it's like to live that kind of lifestyle. And then obviously if you go through a lot of things at home, whether you're an adult, it's like escaping, oh my God, this musician is amazing. I like their personality. Let me get some posters of them. So you kind of find a way to connect with them and then you're emotionally attached. So naturally, you just have this kind of like stick up for them. Oh, what you said, like you're in school and it's like, oh my God, Bow Wow done this. No, Bow Wow never done this. And so really you have this unhealthy attachment and you're idolizing someone, right? And obviously I feel like adults back then didn't know any better. Just think, oh, this is life. And I feel like with social media, I think because they're being exposed, I feel like because we're able to edit our own, like, oh, this is all an illusion. So when I'm creating content, I fake like I'm living this posh lifestyle when you're really not. Or I could go to this cafe and be like, guys, I'm out today. And it's like, but you have a good time. So we're able, the consumer is now able to create an illusion like the celebrity. So that I feel like it's breaking everything down and making people see that this is all BS, like everything is BS, I think. So that was like my perspective. Really.
Yeah, thank you for that. Before you go, can I ask you a question? Yeah, do you feel like, and this is kind of to go back to what Ramsey was saying about us being complicit potentially, right? Do you feel like us as human beings, consumers of all this content, are complicit, but only willing to do something about it if we don't gain as much, or if we don't gain as much? So for instance, if you've got like maybe 2 of your favorite R&B singers, one of them done something crazy, you still have a backup. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say that your favorite artist is the only person you listen to. Would it be harder for you to give up their music if you found out this sort of information?
To an extent. So with me, I'm a barb, right? When Nikki said that thing about Megan's dead mum, I was like, I'm not going to concert this year. I'm like, I'm actually investing. Like, I might listen to her music. I'm not gonna. But I said the concert, I'm not paying because normally I do VIP stuff. I said I'm not because I just feel like it was distasteful. But I don't really think it's the consumer's job. Not the consumer's job. I don't think the consumer can really take accountability. I feel like the people around the celebrities, because we really know much, right? Until it gets like exposed. But everybody that's around them, that's yes men, they are a big part of the problem. Like they're like, I would 70% part of the problem. And then the consumer, we're just like, some of us are just listening to it. And then I feel like the younger lot are like emotionally invested. Like, them stands that are going crazy and just all these trolling, them people we got to worry. But on a larger scale, I don't really feel like it's the consumer's fault or we can take much accountability for their actions because we don't actually know them.
Can I give you a little bit of pushback for that?
Yeah, sure.
Only reason I want to push back on that is if there weren't consumers, or if consumers weren't giving them money and attention, streams, likes, views, then they'll be out of a job. That's why I'm pushing the consumer part of it so much.
I hear that, but I feel like a lot of people are not privy to all the extra stuff. So I feel like the consumer, obviously I don't actually know facts, but I'm thinking, so for example, they say like with pop, say 70% of the consumers are white people, right? Some of them, yeah, and I guess obviously black people too, but we might be really downloading something. But a majority of the people are not necessarily fully invested in the lifestyle, so they don't really little things. So when stuff like this Diddy that comes out with the video, then it's okay, we can cut them out. But I feel like the average consumer isn't fully invested in someone's lifestyle. They don't know like the little intricate details unless YouTube and they're deep diving into, oh my God, they did this, that, they did that, they did that. A lot of people are just like, oh, I like music, I'm going to play it in my car. Like, they're quite obvious, I feel like, to the actual going on. I feel like it's a small amount of people that are just like, oh, did you hear about this and did you hear about that kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's more sort of ignorance is bliss type thing, right?
Yeah, until you know. If you know, then it's like responsibility. But if you don't know, you just don't know. Like you don't know.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
All right. Thank you very much for that, man.
Thank you, lovely.
Appreciate
All
the
right,
call.
guys.
Bye, girl.
Before we go on to the next question, I want to ask you guys, that same question I asked apart from Diaries, what do you guys think? Because in my head, I was just thinking, when it comes to like musicians and stuff, you've got so many other musicians that you can listen to. But let's just say, obviously, I don't want to, mention gym stuff because of Gina. But let's just say you've got, obviously not, right? But let's just say you've got like one crazy, Ronnie Coleman, for example, in his prime, and he does the best workouts, and you hear this sort of nonsense. Do you think it will be harder for people to kind of stop supporting him because they will gain from his workouts? You see what I'm saying?
I don't think it's the same.
You know what?
No?
No, because there was a girl that I used to follow back in the day. Okay. Like, I was heavily invested, and then I found out she had butt injections and shots and stuff, and I unfollowed her with the quickness. I was livid.
Okay, but
because I was like,
was she elite in her workouts though?
Yeah,
okay,
but
cool.
I was just like, you're not who you really are and who you really stand for. I can't look at you the same. So why am I following a fraud?
But the results aren't the same. So I feel like it's different. Because if Ronnie Coleman came out and he was, I don't know, something nasty, you don't look at him. We look at his work ethic. Do you know what I mean? So it's the same with. Oh, I lost my thought. You completely distracted me. Oh, that's it. It's the same with people that take steroids. Yeah, yes. They take steroids. Yeah, they've had work. They're not natural, but it still takes some sort of work ethic to get to the gym and get those muscles, regardless of if you've got steroids or not. So I think those two are very, very different. There isn't a sense of. It's different when you're acknowledging someone's work ethic.
No, but I'm
as
not
opposed to
talking
them
about
themselves. When people are big fans of artists, they love the artist themselves. They're invested within the artist. It's not just their art.
But that's also like what you're saying, though, isn't it? Like you're seeing it from that perspective. But I'm simply just saying, okay, cool. I listen to. I don't want to, put on Jay-Z's name, but let's just say I listen to Jay-Z.
No, let's put on Jay-Z's name. No, go on, because I'm hearing a lot of stuff about him as well. That's
yeah, but we don't know.
You know
what I'm saying? Like,
but again, there's no smoke with fire. This is why I brought Michael Jackson as well.
Let's just say Diddy, because Diddy we know, right? So let's just say I'm listening to Diddy, right? Cool. And it's like, okay, cool. I know there's several other artists, much better rappers, this, that, and the third, right? And even though I like him, I like his personality, whatever he does, right? His last 5 albums, whatever, right? I still have a replacement. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm watching Ronnie Coleman, for example, and then man there, and I'm thinking, cool, he's just elite. Every single exercise he does, it benefits my life because I watch him. If I have to cancel him, who do I have? You see what I'm saying?
You can find someone new then.
Yeah, but nobody, I'm just saying in my mind, let's just say, in my mind, I feel like he's the best of the best. Do you feel like it's harder for people? Do people make those considerations when it comes to cancelling their best?
People don't divest or boycott or nothing because it's a hindrance. So I feel like a lot of people do that. Do you know how hard it is for me not to listen to Conway, not to listen to Earl Sweatshirt, Action Bronson? Like, do you know how many albums I can't listen to now? It's peak. It is very difficult, and people don't do it because it's a hindrance. Because it's, it's what's the word?
It's not convenient.
Yeah, that's the word. It's not convenient.
Obviously, we have to move on soon, yeah. But I just want to ask you guys. Obviously, we've been speaking about all these negative things about these celebrities and stuff, but we know that this is not the only narrative, right? There's loads of positive celebrities, right? We speak about them every now and again, right? But how do you feel like we can kind of switch things up so that we kind of put more light on the positive, or do you feel like that's maybe a bad thing potentially, because we kind of then turn our eyes away from the negative ones, which need to be exposed?
No, I feel like negativity always spreads faster, right? There's an innate just curiosity with humans to want to look at the car crash, right? So I feel like it's easier said than done for us to prop up positivity, especially when negativity spreads so fast. So I feel like we should acknowledge the negativity but prop up the positivity.
Okay. Ben, what are you thinking?
What's the question?
Do you feel like what can be done to kind of, I guess, put more light on the positive celebrities out there that's doing positive things?
I don't think we need to.
Okay, cool.
I was literally about to say, I don't think it's our job though. Like, people should just stop doing fuckery. No, but do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think it's a case of us having to do anything, because when people are doing positive stuff, they are getting spoken about. Do you get what I mean?
Cool.
But like Ramsey said, bad news is always going to spread faster than good news. Like, people naturally gravitate towards bad stuff, gossip, all that negative stuff. As humans, we feed into it. So we can sit here all day and say, oh no, maybe we need to stop consuming that stuff. We're not going to stop consuming that stuff. We're still going to talk about it, and it's still going to travel, and we're still going to shine a lot more light on it than it needs. But that's just how we are.
I think we just need to get rid of celebrities, that whole celebrity culture anyway. Because I feel like we can say someone's like doing good things and whatnot, but when you think of the run that Diddy went on, he's been on in the last 2 years, the whole brother love thing, the whole this and the whole that, like the whole God speaking to him and whatnot.
It's not genuine.
You can't vouch for anyone's good. I don't vouch for anybody. I don't vouch for myself, and I'm gonna feel in the next 5 minutes. So I feel like that whole celebrity stuff, that whole celebrity culture needs to just die and be gone. And people just live your life like you. What makes you a celebrity? What makes you important is that you have a job that you're known for, or that reaches millions. Okay, but that doesn't make you better than the next person. Do you get what I mean? That doesn't make you better than the next person who's working, the truck driver who's driving for hours on end to meet his family's needs, the nurse who's in the hospital for hours on end. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like that whole celebrity culture just needs to die, and I do actually think it's dying. I do think it is.
I was just about to say the opposite. It's getting worse.
I do think it is.
Because you've got influencers now.
Yeah.
You've got people. So people from back in the day, they're famous for a talent that they actually have. We've got people who are famous off nothing because of social media. So I feel like it's only getting worse.
Is it nothing though?
It's nothing.
No, it is something. It's whatever they're doing. It's producing entertainment. So and that's what the entire machine is fed on.
It's nothing.
It's fame is a byproduct of people entertaining others, and the machine basically makes money from it.
So would YouTube be the machine?
The vehicle and the machine, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, 100%. Because YouTube sculpts agendas, 100%. They silence things, they push things. Look at COVID. Allegedly. Is that what you're looking for? Don't know why they were silenced. Where do we get these rumors from? What rumors are you talking about? Which rumors?
Because they said Jaguar Wright. So do you know who Jaguar Wright is?
Nope.
Yeah,
she's a lady.
She's been
she's an R&B singer, but she for years, her clips are going viral now. But for years, as in like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, this is when we've been talking about what Diddy's been doing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Obviously now it's coming to light. And Gene Deal, so like they have like those kind of Vlad type interviews and stuff. But I feel like, do you know what it is sometimes with certain rumors as well? I just feel like people within the industry know, people who have worked with them know, and like because of NDAs and whatnot. Like there's an art guy I'm going to talk about in Word on Road who's also been called out for sexual abuse, and so the guy talked about it like a few weeks, I think in March, a few weeks ago. Basically said that this is what he's been dealing with, blah blah blah. He's trying to fight the case. He didn't say nobody. He got DMs with people saying, I think I know who you're talking about. Is it da-da-da-da-da? Guess who it is? Exactly the guy.
Oh, the actor. They're talking about.
No, he's the artist.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the other guy. You know, I think he's the light skinned guy. He came out. He was talking about how he was trigger warning. Like,
Oh, this is who was it? Someone got exposed around that time though. This was like last year or something, wasn't it?
no, there's a guy earlier this year that you mentioned.
And he didn't say who he was.
Yeah, he didn't say.
Oh no, that's something else. We don't even know who that
Okay,
person.
cool.
Oh, that's when people thought it was. People were
Oh
throwing
yes, the
the person that plays. Yeah,
Yeah, TP.
looks like TD Jakes a little bit. People were throwing him, his best friend. People, okay, people were throwing him in the mix. No, but this is like in the art world.
Okay.
And the guy is he's Ghanaian. The survivor, he's Ghanaian, and the other guy, I don't know where he's from. I know he's based in America. His name's Kehinde, so I'm guessing Nigerian. And yeah, so that like he got literally like messages from people saying, "Is it this person?" Because people know, because there's been chatter. People have experienced it. Like people know these things, and that's just sometimes when one person comes out. Because that's the thing with abuse. I feel like people don't understand, and I pray they never understand because it's a terrible thing. But like, there's so many emotions that one goes with when it comes to like abuse and like denying it, and all this so many emotions. But the day the spirit leads you to like just open up about it, you don't have rest until you do that. Do you get what I mean? And so when people do, like, it encourages other people who try to like block it away, but they can't block it away because it's literally it's in your head. Do you get what I mean? And then people are like, oh, everyone's just coming up because they all want money. No, how about this person just a piece of shit? How about this person has really done this to numerous number of people? And I think, and with the thing with abuse as well, like if they can get away with something, they just keep doing it. No one's stopping it. Because when I think about the clip, even the Diddy's clip here, it's from 2016 in a hotel. In my mind, as someone who goes and stays in hotels, in my mind, if something happens to me, I am assuming you don't have a duty of care to turn this into police regardless. They paid you lot $50,000. $50,000.
Yeah, someone told me that as well.
$50K, and you hid CCTV footage. Do you know? Even that is wild to think about. God forbid I went to a hotel and something happened to me. I would hope that you would give them whatever clip, the clip of me going into my room, the clip of me coming out of my room, like any last clip you've seen on me, I would hope that you would be handing that to my loved ones or to the police to help. You lot had this clip and you just stored it away.
Can I ask a question? Yeah?
Mad.
You may need to correct me because I don't know the backstory.
Yeah.
Did Cassie complain at the time? Because if she didn't, do you think the hotel would volunteer it to the police?
They should, because sometimes even if someone, because the thing with abuse victims, if they knew, if they were very, if they were so like, I don't know how to word it, but if they were so aware that this is abuse, babe, there wouldn't be abuse because they would just leave. But with abuse, it's not that easy to leave. And if you watch the clip as well, like she's literally running. She's running to freedom, and it looks as though like he was in the shower.
The fact that she ain't got her shoes
exactly.
on, telling.
Because he looked like he was in the shower.
He definitely was in the shower.
So he's like, okay, I've got a window, and that's how sometimes abuse. Like you've got a window, and you got to either take it now or you don't know when next is going to come up. Do you get what I mean? But again, these people, like it's crazy. So people in the comments talking about it's wild to me, man. It's wild to me. But they had that clip for 8 years, didn't do anything. I don't even care if it was a leak. I don't care if it's a conspiracy. I don't care what the hell it is. And that's just one clip. Because you know what it is to like brazenly do that to somebody in a hotel. Not a private hotel. Yeah. In a hotel. Where people are going to hear her screams. They're going to hear you throwing vases at her. They're going to see these things. But you did that so brazenly, and you were confident there was not going to be consequences. And there wasn't for 8 years.
That's what I mean when I was talking about power, money, and fame. Because you know that you know who you are, innit? So your lawyer or someone is going to be able to like get you out.
Harvey Weinstein was out here sleeping with women to give them jobs, and then turned up on set as if he did not just assault them yesterday to get this job, to get this role.
But this is what I'm saying, like all that makes me sick. $50K to keep my mouth shut after seeing what you just did.
Ridiculous.
Makes me sick. $50K.
$50K, imagine. It's despicable.
I don't care how poor you are.
Morning caller.
Good morning. Morning, Esther. Good morning, everyone.
This is Eddie.
Yes.
Morning, how are you?
How you doing, Eddie?
Finally called in.
Good. How you doing?
We're good, thank you.
What are your thoughts on the topic that we're discussing, Eddie?
Oh, yeah, I agree with Esther that celebrity culture should just die.
I think that's the best thing, to be honest, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, man. Yeah, are there any celebrities that you feel like you kind of put on a pedestal though, or do you kind of just see them as human, just like yourself, and it's like, cool, I have, you know what I mean? I just see them in a healthy manner.
It depends on whether or not they're doing the right.
Fair.
I agree, man.
You see what I'm saying? This is also. Sorry. I do still.
Yeah,
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah, thank you.
my pleasure.
Love when you call in, bro. Have a nice day. In fact, go and sleep. It's early there, isn't it?
It's early where he is, isn't it?
Yeah. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying here as well? Someone in the comment, Jack Rabbit or content, whoever you are, said apparently she was trying to steal from him while he was in the shower. So
Okay. So
no, wait, please. Wait,
that-
Gina, wait.
No.
Let's walk through it.
Nah, because Esther.
Gina.
Don't anger me
Let's
this
walk
Monday
through
morning.
it.
And
Because
so,
what could she possibly want to steal that warranted such animalistic behavior? I'll wait.
you know when it's just like, did you really type that?
And you know what the problem is as well? And I feel like this is part of the problem. We can never just stay on the topic at hand.
There's always
someone has to come up with some kind of theory, or maybe she was trying to do this, maybe she was okay. But the facts is still the way he did.
She wasn't trying to steal nothing from him, man.
But even
And
if
go where?
But even if she was, what could she be stealing from that so bad that that justifies the reaction?
Impossible.
Is someone on the
It's part of the problem.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi, guys. Good, thank you. How are you guys?
Well, good, thank you.
You asked me to
Who are we
restart
speaking
my
to?
phone.
Sorry, is it okay to say my name?
anonymous.
Oh, anonymous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
girl.
all right.
I feel like I know your voice now. So.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, I was going to say about the aspect people kind of know what's going on. I think sometimes you forget that just because like socialize together and party together and go together, it doesn't mean that they're privy to like the sort of details of people's lives.
Yeah.
Because even for us that aren't celebrities, in our everyday life, you hear stories of, oh, you know, you're living in the same house as someone and going through something and you have no idea. They're being abused, they're being assaulted, or like whatever cases. I think we also have to factor that in. Because I noticed the Diddy thing is on Twitter, people are now trying to rope other people in. Oh, this person definitely knew. And it's like, guys, like, you know, like focus on the perpetrator. You can't say for a fact that they knew, because I also think it's grandstanding on our part, because I remember even thinking about it gets me like a bit emotional. There was my building, and sorry, I don't even know I'm going to speak to. I just feel a bit triggered. And they were just like really fabulous, you know, like those wealthy Europeans, like really like stunning girl, well-dressed, well-groomed.
Yeah.
You know, thing with the guy. And I remember because I was much younger at the time, I was younger. I don't want to age myself. I was younger at the time. I remember thinking how cool they were, just being in awe of like, oh my gosh, if I could have, you know, I just thought they were fabulous. Anyway, long story short, I was in this is the couple I've been idolizing. Or I was in my flat one day and I just heard like this loud thump. And I was like, oh, that's a bit odd. And then I heard like another thump, and then maybe like a scream. But anyway, it stopped. It wasn't like an instant, like, you know, like it wasn't like an instant noise. And then, you know, going about my day, and then long story short, there's a knock at my door, and this is in my building, and you know, I think the girl's friends had come over, and you know, she was asking me, you know, like a sanitary pad or something, and so I kind of looked past. It just seemed a bit chaotic, because you know, my building, like, obviously very quiet, just looked a bit chaotic, and I see the girl's face I'd been idolizing had obviously been abused. So
just to say, if someone was to say to me that, see, you knew what she was going through, and I didn't, I had no idea. So I just think people keep that in mind. They are not privy to what everybody's doing behind closed. I can party with you, I can hang out with you, and I have no, absolutely no clue, because it's the same way like office friends. You don't know what your people are doing when they get back to their houses. They're victims or perpetrators. So I think people have to keep that in mind, because people also like group in Jay-Z and all these other people. And it's like, until things come out about them specifically, just, kind of slow down a little bit. And then the other thing I want to point out is that I don't think that celebrity culture is necessarily dying. I think that it's evolving and it's taking on another form. So we might not be idolizing them in the same way, but we're still very much tuned in, because what's happening is that it's kind of like, for me, I think what the new celebrity interest is talking about how awful they are, and like taking a fine-tooth comb to their lives and trying to find out like, who's the bad and like what they do behind closed doors. And yes, perhaps justified to some extent, but I do think it's that. I think there's a part of it where it's like there's insatiable appetite to see people fall from grace. And I think that for us, like the consumers, the spectators, I think that's a part of ourselves that we're not very honest about, because I think there's genuine cries for justice. There's just this is just my opinion, anyone agrees, there's just this new thing of like, this person is doing this person has said that, this person is, and like obviously certain things that are just like, like appalling. But I think that we forget that sometimes these wrongs like exist on a spectrum, if that makes any sense. Because nowadays you rarely ever tune in to see, like, and I'm not saying, but you never really see anyone celebrated. It's just there's just like insatiable hate. Like, I don't know if you saw the thing of J.Lo TikTok where everybody was like bashing her and how awful she is. And I even found myself being like, oh my gosh, she's so this, so that. But then when I got off there for a while, I was like, come on, what did this really, really do? Like, yes, you might find her a bit cringe. Yes, you might find her like, like a bit annoying, but is she like, does it warrant this level of venom? So I think that's the thing that, even us as the audience have to be mindful of. So like, yes, legit cries for justice and what have one thing, but then this thing of like, just demonizing, I think that also has to be tempered a little, because we forget that us everyday people were perfect, ourselves. And God, someone was to, play the movie of your life, I'm sure there'll be many things that you're not proud of, and that many things maybe you wouldn't even necessarily be able to bounce from. So just that kind of mindful, like, not to throw stones, live in a glass house, because can you imagine a whole 50 cent that even his own mother's accusing him of things is talking about Diddy. So I just think, a very unserious person. Can you imagine?
Ever come out about him, everyone wants to finish him. Because you can't be loud like this.
Not too much on my man.
Girl, I hope your man act right, because you can't be moving this loud, and you've got skeletons in your cupboards.
But he probably doesn't.
And
be like this.
But that's why I believe.
Well, you were shocked what Audacity does.
No, but do you know what it is? That's why I believe that
and
he
this
moves
is
like
where.
that. And I also think that he knows his truth in it, and I do think 50 Cent is quite like what you see is what you get. Do you get what I mean?
No,
So,
but the thing is, even if what you see is whether it's what you see is what you get, or whether you're pretending. The fact is, do not throw stones when you live in a glass house. Even going back to 2013, probation for domestic violence. So why is he piping up? I think sometimes, but like the insatiable appetite just to see people fall. I think 50 really cares about victims. For him, it's just salivating at seeing Diddy fall, and it's exciting, it's fun, and he's trolling, when it's actually just like, just shut up, So I think that's what I meant by like just the insatiable thing of like feeding into like the venom machine. So like, yes, call for justice, but like also sometimes people just need to pipe down, because if any of us had our lives put up against the spotlight, we have to ask ourselves, how would we fare? How would we stand? What people be saying about you? So it's just, just a little, food for thought. Maybe the Christianity side coming in, like, but yeah. So that's my perspective on the whole thing.
Thank you, babe. Sending you love. Thanks for speaking to us.
Okay, guys. Thanks. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely agree with that, because I feel like even when people start doing the whole, because I saw, was this somewhere, someone, one of these UK people was calling out is it gigs or something?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
And I just feel like this is what we're talking about. This is part of the theatrics. What's this got to do with anything? What is this got to actually do with anything?
Waiting for gigs to denounce Diddy, and I'm like, so
shut up.
How does that
how does that change?
How's that affecting you when you're at home,
bro? So what? So
they've got that internal thing. That's why.
Sorry?
They've got that internal thing. That's why.
What do you mean, the person?
Yeah.
There's definitely trouble in there.
No, I mean like him and gigs.
As in Diddy and gigs.
No. As in the person you're talking about.
Is it?
Yeah. That's
but
why
even
it's
then,
like
you're such a loser because that's why I feel like 50 Cent as well. Like I don't rate it because you actually don't really care about abuse victims. You don't really care about the act that this person's done. It's disgusting. You're just happy to see people cooking them. You're just happy to see their downfall, and I feel like that's disgusting. Like, because you're essentially using someone's reality and someone's pain to further your petty agenda. Like it's such a loser thing to do.
That's what Drake did.
It's so pathetic.
That's what Drake did.
with Meg?
No, well yeah, but no, not just that. He said Kendrick was a wife beater and then shouted at Chris Brown in the same song. You don't care about the victim.
You don't care about the victims. You don't care because at the same time he wishes he could lips Rihanna one more time. Well, he never lips everybody, but wish he could. I don't know, man. But it's definitely a point that people you'd never know. You just never know people, man. What people get up to in their private time.
True indeed.
Shit is scary.
Well, I think we can definitely wrap that topic of the day up.
Yeah, but love and light to anyone who felt triggered by that.
Yeah, 100%, man.
All right, let's get to our next headlines.
All right, so our next set of headlines. The US President Joe Biden's national security advisor has urged Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to connect the war in Gaza to a political strategy for the territory's future. So Jake Sullivan met with Mr. Netanyahu in Israel after holding talks in Saudi Arabia on Saturday. His intervention comes a day after the War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz threatened to quit if Mr. Netanyahu did not come up with a post-war plan for Gaza. So Mr. Netanyahu has so far not articulated a vision for what comes after the war, saying only that he's focused on total victory. However, there's a political rift in Israel over the issue, with Mr. Gantz and the Defense Minister Yoav arguing that Israel should not maintain military rule in Gaza, while others, including the far-right members of Mr. Netanyahu's coalition, say continued control is necessary if they actually want to defeat Hamas. Mr. Sullivan reaffirmed, and this was written in a White House statement, the need for Israel to connect its military operations to a political strategy that can ensure the lasting defeat of Hamas, the release of all the hostages, and also a better future for Gaza. The US has long warned Israel against conducting a full-scale military incursion into Rafah without a plan to protect the civilians, which the US says has not been provided. Our next headline takes us to Taiwan, where William Lai, who's a 64-year-old doctor turned politician, has become sworn in as Taiwan's president following his win in January's election. So in his inauguration speech, he called China's military actions the greatest strategic challenge to global peace and stability. He is expected to promise stability as he takes over from Tsai Ing-wen, whose cautious yet steely hand reset the island's relationship with China. Beijing, as you guys know, has long claimed democratically governed Taiwan as its own and has not ruled out the use of force to take it. Beijing has made clear that it deeply disapproves of both Lai and his vice president, who was a Japanese-born diplomat who served in the US as well. But Taiwan has reported an uptick in Chinese military incursions in recent weeks and has said that it is prepared for more such moves following Lai's inauguration. And our last headline, trigger warning on this one, guys. Wiltshire police have said that a man in his 30s has died in custody after becoming unwell on Sunday morning. The man has been held in custody at Gable Cross police station in Swindon since Saturday morning, but died at about 9 a.m. on Sunday. The IOPC is now investigating the incident. Superintendent Steve Cox said that the man who had been held in custody since Saturday morning became unwell this morning and was sadly declared deceased at around 9 a.m. As a result, we have a mandatory referral to the IOPC, the Independent Office of Police Conduct, who are now independently investigating. It would not be appropriate to comment further at this time. And that's it for our headlines. It's time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into some word on road. Well, in sad news, basically the streets are reporting that J.Lo and Ben Affleck might be heading for a divorce.
That didn't last.
Ciao.
She's
They
insufferable.
didn't even
Anyway.
try. How do
You
know?
say that.
She's insufferable.
How do you know?
man.
Have you
How do
dated
you
them
know?
before?
No, I'm not saying about dating. I'm just
You
saying
allegedly hold a gun for Diddy.
All
That
the-
might change your life, man. That might change the course of your life.
all the videos she's been teasing out for her documentary. You've just been all cringy, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's
From
giving
the block.
She's trying to do from the Bronx.
But everyone's like, you're not, bro. You're not from the Bronx. Stop it.
You don't even go here.
Literally.
Yeah, but they're basically saying that they're apparently currently, well, they were caught, we were seen not wearing their wedding rings. You know, like in celebrity world, that's a big thing. To be fair, actually, in any world, that should be a big thing.
Have they unfollowed each other though?
Excuse me?
Have they unfollowed each other though? Yeah.
You know what, that is. That is the one. That'll do it. And apparently they're living in separate houses as well and whatnot. She's been filming something. Do you know what's mad? She's like my guilty pleasure when it comes to acting. Because she can't exactly.
so-
but I love watching
She's
it.
good though. I don't think she's bad. Like I don't look at her.
She's
and
not
think,
like
oh,
Beyonce.
J-Lo's
Beyonce's the
bad.
worst.
Anyway,
No,
Beyonce
she's not
is
that
the
bad.
worst.
Beyonce is bad.
Beyonce is the worst actress to exist. But that's the thing. She's not like the greatest. She's not like, oh my gosh, give that woman an Oscar. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I'll give her a young BET.
does she act better or sing better?
She don't sing.
Because she don't
And
sing
Shakti
either.
sings for her.
I know.
So she acts
I'm
better.
gonna say act.
Yeah,
Yeah,
She actually
Yeah.
acts
better,
better.
man.
She does.
Yeah.
I love her. I like her films. And they're always some kind of like wedding drama. My ex is not getting back in the in-laws and like each other. But I like it,
What was
man.
the stripper one? I actually really liked
Oh,
that.
the one with Cardi.
Yeah, I actually really liked
Hustle.
it. Hustle. I actually thought it was
Or
really good.
Hustlers, something like
yeah.
Cardi's in the film.
Yeah, man.
I ain't watching that shit.
It was good, man. Big up Cardi. Party gang. It's been getting cooked. Anyway, I forgot I should have added her in there, to be fair. But yes, apparently they're living separately and whatnot, and they kind of go to events separately and whatnot, and they pose on the carpet together. You know these sources that keep people's business out there. I don't know, man. I don't know, but hopefully we'll see. So for anyone who doesn't get why this is the story. They're really cute back in the day. They were together from like 2002 to 2004. Was this before or after Diddy? Must have been before Diddy. Must have been before.
I don't know why you're talking your head up like you're gonna know.
When that woman gets shot in the face?
It was after, you know.
Is it after, dude?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I think so.
But so that happened, and then they basically reconnected in 2021. This was like one of the. I felt like they kind of led the whole get back with your ex situation,
Circling the block.
circling the block thing. So yeah, that's where they're at. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope they don't. I don't like divorces. I feel like people should try and figure it out. Unless I don't like divorces, and I also don't like suffering child. So.
Gotta pick a struggle.
Okay, can't have two. So that's happening on that side of town. And then this is what I was talking about earlier. I mentioned earlier. So trigger warning on this of sexual abuse. So where's my thing? Hold on, I just lost myself. Yeah, so there's an artist called Joseph Awuah-Darko. Did I use that? Did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And basically he's called out a known like artist. Like he's probably known in the art world. This guy's a big deal, honey. He's a big deal. But he's basically called him out for sexual abuse. And the guy's name is Kehinde Wiley. And basically, cut a long story short, he said, let me read what he said. So a few weeks ago, he posted on his Instagram talking about basically he was trying to raise money to fight, to go legal and fight his abuser, essentially. But he didn't say who the abuser was. But like I said, like I mentioned earlier on what's the thing called? What's that segment called? Topic of the day. He was getting messages from people like, is it da-da-da-da, is it da-da-da-da, because they had stories of their own kind of thing. So yeah, but yeah, and then yesterday he actually mentioned who it was. And on his Instagram, he wrote, hold on, sorry. There's so many screenshots. Oh yeah, so on his Instagram, he wrote, they say self-immolation, I think that's how I say it, is the practice of setting oneself on fire, normally as a protest against something. That is exactly what writing this statement has felt like for me. But it had to be done. Today, my protest is against sexual assault and abuse of power in all its forms. And in a dire hope that my flames shine a light on more truth to come. On the 9th of June 2021, I was sexually assaulted twice by Kehinde Wiley. I first met the American artist of Nigerian descent, he's Nigerian, at a dinner held in his honor by Ghana's Creative Arts Council at the Nolda Artist Residency. The chosen venue was my place of work and an institution I founded in 2020. And as such, I was able to be present and invited in a professional capacity amongst other figures, all of whom play a major role within and beyond Ghana's artistic and creative ecosystem. In the first assault, I was inappropriately groped by Kehinde Wiley, who proceeded to grab my bum with his hand before then saying something along the lines of, "What is this thing?" That happened in front of another dinner guest while I was politely ushering them both up flights of stairs to use the bathroom during said dinner. The act was categorically unwelcome and unprovoked. Wiley had barely known me for more than 2 hours by this point, and I was wearing a modest dark green kaftan. Just pause quickly. I think it's so wild how, like, with abuse victims, they have to tell you that, no, I didn't ask for it. No, I was wearing this. No, I wasn't drunk. No, just to eliminate all the possible things that people, or arguments people tend to have. Very sad. He says, I was stunned and concerned for 2 reasons. A, this unsolicited act had occurred in Ghana at my place of work, and B, it was done by a critically celebrated artist who knew the power he wielded and seemed clearly prepared to abuse it. Nevertheless, I placated the situation with awkward humour, and the dinner subsequently continued. The second assault was much more severe and violent. He goes on to say, let me now say, much like some other documented victims, survivors of sexual assault, I did not immediately confront the reality of my abuse as such. It would take me several months to reconcile with what had actually happened to me. Secondly, given Kehinde's self-described global recognition as a gay man, formally reporting this assault in a West African country like Ghana, where anti-LGBTQIA plus sentiments are prevalent, would have been problematic at best, dangerous at worst. And that's like the other side of the laws that people don't see. Because if people are assaulted and stuff, they can't file about it because they will get imprisoned, even though they're the victims. He says, in the years that have followed this abuse, I have gaslit myself, consumed with shame, and even tried to harm myself. I asked myself several questions over and over again before coming out with this. Questions I imagine every abused person asks themselves. Questions like, what did I wear? What did I say? Will I be defined by this for the rest of my life? Will I be ostracized for coming forward? Will they say I am after money or attention? What did I do? But he says, but now my shadow is screaming and echoes the truth of what I have experienced. Since my pinned Instagram reel on the 23rd of March, that was the first time he alluded to the assault, I now believe the following, that 1, there are other victims, survivors of abuse at the hands of Kehinde Wiley in New York, Beijing, Nigeria, etc. This is, of course, based on messages he received. 2, the other artists, curators, and collectors have quietly expressed witnessing this pattern of predatory behavior. And 3, that this behavior by Kehinde has been treated as an open secret within the arts world for quite some time. And that's another thing that tends to be the case, man. But he says, as for my own career as an artist curator, whatever I may have lost from speaking my truth today was never mine to begin with. All I can do is pray for the strength, resources, and support to see justice through, and hope that others come forward to put an end to this pattern of abuse, especially abuse at the hands of men like Wiley, who deem themselves untouchable. Most of us would have now just seen the infamous 2016 video recording of one of these untouchable men, that's Diddy, a man 7 years older than Kehinde, self-anointed as brother love, beating down a woman whom we know accused him of sexual abuse. A man who was widely respected, someone she at some point might have looked up to, someone she was even in a relationship with. What's a little fly around? Men with sons and daughters can be predators. Men with families can be predators. Men with major careers can be predators. Men with critical power can abuse it. I truly hope that the era of the untouchable man is coming to an end, and that accountability perseveres in order for real collective healing to begin. Then he went on to address Kehinde, and he said, to Kehinde, I thoroughly invite you to leverage your supposed credibility, your influence, your loyalists, and everything you have to gag those of us who come forward, because I assure you, you will need it. This man had the cheek to be on his Instagram. Yep, Kehinde Wiley went on his Instagram and posted a statement on his main feed and said, someone I had a brief consensual relationship with almost 3 years ago is now making a false accusation about our time together. These claims are not true and are an affront to all victims of sexual abuse. And I hate when they do this. Anyway, I have no idea why he has decided to target me in this way, particularly when there is a litany of evidence showing his claims are false. But I hope he gets the help he needs for whatever he's going through. I kindly ask for privacy as I work to clear my name. So, we'll see if he can clear said name. But as I said, people within that industry that have worked with him before and whatever else have been in support of sorry.
In support of Kehinde or the
The other guy, I
victim?
forgot his name for a second. Joseph, sorry.
Okay.
They've been in support of Joseph, saying stuff like people who work with him personally, people that have been in his space, been in his area, like worked even as a bartender and stuff, are all having stuff to say. So that will be, I'll see how he clears his name, because they always want to clear their names. But if anyone is interested in, so he's also raising money to try and, for his legal fees essentially, because he said he can't afford it. He's not successful as a man. So he's trying to raise money so you can either buy a painting or you can donate. And he said he's going to send like a personalized origami thing to each person that donates. So if you're interested, his Instagram is Okunta Kinte. So Okunta Kinte. So OKUNTAKINTE. So yeah, so love and light to him, and I hope that he can get to the bottom of that and get the justice that he needs to get. And obviously, as we know, the video of Diddy was released over the weekend. Yeah, that was mad. And then Diddy then went on to release a video of him. I've got the transcript here. I will let you know what he said in that very stupid video. He said, it's so difficult. And of course, he said this in somber mood, white t-shirt on, looking like life is being his ass. I hope life is. And so just imagine him looking sad and sorry for himself. He says, it's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was effed up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted. Then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I got into going to therapy, going to rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry, but I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. First of all, the person you should be asking for forgiveness from is Cassie, not the public. The public don't care. It's got nothing, like, yeah, we care in that you're a piece of shit, but we're not who you harmed. So why are you out here addressing the public? Do you get me? It's like when Kevin Hart cheated on his wife and is out here addressing me in my little house. Big man, why am I in it? Go and talk to Nico. But anyway, this is what Diddy decided that he was going to do. And then following the release of that video as well, just in case people are like, oh my gosh, why don't you press criminal charges? The LAPD said, no, not LAPD.
Her lawyer, right?
No, I'm going to get to him. But the LA County District Attorney's Office, they said, we are aware of the video that has been circulating online allegedly depicting Sean. Can you imagine? Allegedly depicting, they think all black people look alike. They might have thought it was somebody else. We are aware of the video that has been circulating online allegedly depicting Sean Combs assaulting a young woman in Los Angeles. We find the images extremely disturbing and difficult to watch. If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately, we would be unable to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. As of today, law enforcement has not presented a case relating to the attack depicted in the video against Mr. Combs. But we encourage anyone who has been a victim or witness to a crime to report it to law enforcement or reach out to our office for support from our Bureau of Victims Services.
Well, as long as it's within the statute of limitations. What are they talking about?
And that's what's mad, because basically sometimes when people are in domestic violence situations and like it's been abused over years and years and years and years and years, and then one day they just snap. They just snap. Not necessarily because the person's abusing, but they just snap and they kill the person or whatever. Sometimes, they go to jail. They don't go to jail. Talking about, the time has passed and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. And it's wild. It's wild. But anyways, that's where he was at. But Cassie's lawyer does not sleep. And Cassie's lawyer responded to his apology video. And the lawyer said, Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. He did. That he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. So, that's just that. Love and light to Cassie.
That Cassie had to deal with all that. So she came out, she sued him or whatever. Then everyone said she was lying. Then everyone said she was making it up. Then they said, nah, She took the money. Look at her. Now she never got abused. She's just another gold digger.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. All this, for
but-
years and years and years.
Yeah.
And now the videos come out.
Yeah, but now the videos come out, now they're saying, oh, only God should judge. Insufferable. Also, speaking of Cassie, though, her husband, Alex Fine, he posted a message as well. But to be fair, he's always been vocal about, like, abuse and stuff like that. Even when we don't really hear from Cassie and stuff, like, he's always posted stuff like that. But he basically says, letter to women and children, men who hit women aren't men. Men who enable it and protect those people aren't men. As men, violence against women shouldn't be inevitable. Check your brothers, your friends, and your family. Our daughters, sisters, mothers, and wives should feel protected and loved. Hold the women in your life with the utmost regard. Men who hurt women hate women. Facts. To all the survivors, find the men and women who help and love. To all the survivors, your stories are real and people believe you. To all the survivors, you're not alone, and there are men and women who care only for your well-being and safety. We want you to succeed and flourish. To all the women and children, I'm sorry you live in a world where you're not protected and you don't feel equal. I want to raise my daughters in a world where they are safe and loved. To the abusers, you're done. You're not safe anymore. You're not protected anymore. The men by your side are just as weak. You're so miserable with yourselves that, I don't know what that word is, would be considered a kindness. And he said he wrote this a while back, but the words ring true, not just today, but every day. He said he wants his kids and every kid to live in a world that's safe for women and girls, protects them and treats them as equals. And then he said to the women and children, you're not alone and you're heard. And he also put a domestic violence hotline out there, which I thought was really, really wonderful. But it's just sad, man. It's very, very sad. Very, very just a lot. But anyone who has been triggered by these conversations, please get the necessary help and take time out as you need to, because it's all heavy stuff, man. Very heavy stuff. But yeah, that's it for me. Let's get into People's Journal.
Thank you.
It's all right.
I need to get I think we need to take this off.
How'd you take it on?
Hold on. Beep. I need to assign a button. So you know how the ticker comes up or the live time?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
because
yeah.
I press a button and it triggers it.
Oh,
So
okay.
I need to assign a button to the trigger thing immediately, so I don't have to basically use my mouse.
Oh,
and
just, yeah.
activate it.
I get you.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. There's only a few things to talk about today. Some good news, man. Energy bills predicted to fall
About time.
by 7%.
Okay, that would do something.
Yeah, exactly.
That would do
It's
something.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, Rishi.
Yeah.
No.
This is in July, so yeah, it's predicted to fall by a further 7% in July. The bill for a home using a typical amount of gas and electricity could drop from £1,690 a year to £1,574. This according to Cornwall Insights, right? So they're a consultancy. And this follows the previous falls that I spoke about in previous journal, which would mean overall, the typical annual bill could drop by as much as £500 compared to last summer.
Okay.
So it's something.
That's something.
You know what I mean? Ramsey doesn't look impressed at all.
The interest rates for mortgages have gone back up or just stayed stagnant, so I'm waiting for that to drop.
They have gone up, yeah. I'm not too confident about that one.
Yeah, word.
You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. By the way, I want to ask you guys a quick question, yeah. What would you say is Europe's largest airline by passenger numbers?
Probably Ryanair.
Okay.
Ryanair is just so. Or maybe EasyJet.
I was gonna say EasyJet.
Yeah, maybe EasyJet.
Europe, yeah?
Oh, Europe.
Yeah, in Europe.
Yeah, they'll be going to Europe and that. I don't know any other ones. I know Ryanair, I know EasyJet, I know Jet2.
Mm-hmm. What about the big ones?
There's one that big as
British Airways in there.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they would
British
be.
Airways.
Yeah, they will be. Actually, I don't know, man.
There's one that begins with L. I can't remember what it's
Lufthansa?
called. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. They're Netherlands, isn't it? Lufthansa. Yeah. Lufthansa, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I wish I still stuck to her
I did.
first answer.
Yes, I did. First of all, I did.
Ryanair, man.
I was supporting the rest of y'all.
So yeah, man, Ryanair. And they've reported a strong rise in full year profits after, even though they've raised their fares by like more than like 20%. So yeah.
Are they mad uncomfortable? Have you not
I just
flown with them?
remembered. Huh?
Have you not flown with them? Have you flown with
No,
them?
I just remembered I nearly died over the weekend.
What? What? Who'd you fly with?
Ryanair.
Oh.
No, actually, no. It was EasyJet.
Okay.
It was actually, it was EasyJet. They did that pilot would nearly. Honestly, yeah. I was like, I don't think you graduated from pilot school. I don't think.
What, did he land crazy?
Do you know what's so bad? Let me see your degree. So no, we're actually going to Portugal. I said, because of wedding. When I tell you, it was so, because my friend and I were gisting, yeah, because my girl Dolly, right? We're talking, but it was so bad. We kept stopping, like you can see that we were both trying to distract ourselves with the conversation. The gist was sweet, but it was like we just kept stopping because we kept being, oh my gosh, that's mad. It wasn't even. I felt like he was taking off, Gina. But it's like he was in the air, but he wasn't sure. Do I want to go down? Do I want to go up? He was doing this. I said, "Oh my gosh!" And you know that when you get that sickly feeling, and I was just like, "Bro, we're not even in the sky like that yet." Honestly, I was just like, "Nah, I don't." When we got there, I was so happy. I was so happy.
Statistically, most accidents happen on landing and takeoff.
Thank you, Ramsey. I just
So,
what I was saying.
I am because of that and me getting older, I've gotten a lot more scared of flying. I think my wife and I were going. I think we were going either Tenerife or Barbados. I can't remember. When I say because usually you're used to the plane going. So say this is at the tarmac. So they go shh,
And it's so
like that. Yeah, my man went. I've never been so shook in my life. Ever since then, I've been shook of planes, man.
You know what's bad? You know when they land here, they say the seatbelt thing's gonna come off, but they tell you to be careful when you open the car. That's how you know they've been moving mad. It's scary,
It's
like
terrifying.
it's scary. But I hate that because I feel like whenever they land here and they're on the runway now, it feels very fast. But because I'm thinking like I'm in a car. And I'm like, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes in time. Don't play with me.
How long is this runway?
Bro, I'm like, we're still going at like 150 miles. Please, calm down. It's scary, man.
It's crazy.
Okay, big up. They say that's the safest way to travel, allegedly.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
But I hate when people do shit like that, though. Shut up. I'm still scared. Just change my situation.
But yeah, man, Ryanair, like I was saying, even though they increased like their prices by about 20%, their profits have risen, man, by about 34%. So profits alone, 1.64 billion pounds. You know what I'm saying? This is, like I said, considering the price increase and also the rise in fuel costs as well. So they're still thriving out there, man, as Europe's largest airline. Inflation, of course, you know, speak about inflation all the time, and obviously we know that inflation is pretty much gonna result in different things. Prices going up, or you're gonna get shrinkflation. You know what I'm saying? Where you get the price the same, but your product gets smaller, right? And so there's an article talking about how, you know, Ritz, the crackers and stuff, the content is reduced by up to 30%. Same price. So you go in there thinking, I'm still spending the same amount of money.
The biscuits are definitely liar.
You know what I mean?
And the crisps.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Everything else.
Everything in it.
Yep. And even now, though, it's like, I guess it just become more apparent when you actually look at the same products that you're buying, and they're actually coming in smaller packaging as well. And it's telling you, look, yes, I used to get this 200 grams, now it's only available in 140. You know what I'm saying? But you're paying, you know, the same sort of amount of money. So guys, be mindful of that. Be mindful of that.
Be mindful, not vote for Conservatives again, innit?
But
Innit?
this is, I don't know. Depends. You know, I don't try to
What kind
tell
of weed
people.
video are you doing over there? Oh my gosh.
Go vote for God, man. That's the best thing.
Vote for God.
The last thing I wanted to mention is just that Virgin Trains, for you guys out there who's been aware, they lost a contract since 2019. So like you wouldn't have seen any Virgin Trains and stuff going from like between London and Glasgow. But 5 years later, they're looking to potentially regain the franchise. So they will be going up against Avanti West Coast. And yeah, potentially they may get that back. But, we'll see if that happens and if that's even a good thing as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal. Not much.
All right, let's get back into our headlines.
All right, people. So the next headline takes us to Haiti, where that beautiful Caribbean nation, beautiful people, unfortunately, they're still struggling with an epidemic of deadly gang violence and political instability. Supplies are running scarce as well, and so there's little getting into the country. Basically, there was a photojournalist by the name of Giles Clark who basically walked through a maternity ward in one of the hospitals over there and was basically asking the doctors why it's so dark and just talking about the situation over there. And basically, the doctor said that we only have a few lights working and rely on generators, which are expensive to feed. We also have no running water as the main hospital pump is down. The hospital staff, like many in Haiti right now, are doing their best to do basically with the little that they have. Food has also been tough to come by, although the World Food Programme has been trying to fill in the gaps, but its supplies are dwindling too, and there have been shortfalls in donor funding for the UN's humanitarian response plan. The Haitian Prime Minister, we spoke about him before, Ariel Henry, resigned last month, handing power over to a transitional council. But Haiti now awaits the deployment of a multinational security support force, which is being led by Kenya. So, hopefully there'll be some good news later on, man. But I always say, I said last time anyway on the show, I feel like Haiti is just one of those places that the West just wants to continue to
keep down
yeah. Because of what it, it represented in the past, man.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it was probably the most successful insurrection by enslaved people that the world has ever known, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those beautiful black people came together and said that enough is enough. And they totally took power back and got their independence. The next headline, big trigger warning on this one. Big trigger warning. And a 14-year-old boy, unfortunately, has died. And a 13-year-old boy is basically in critical condition after getting into difficulty in the River Tyne. Emergency teams launched a large rescue operation yesterday afternoon after receiving reports that these two boys had got into trouble in the water near Ovenham in Northumberland. One of the boys, aged 13, was rescued from the river and taken to hospital, where he remains in critical condition. A huge search, which involved the police, the ambulance, the fire, and mountain rescue services, then continued as crews raced to try and find a second boy, which was the 14-year-old. And sadly, police said that he was pronounced dead at the scene, man, because they later found him in the water. The Chief Superintendent, Helena Barron of Northumbria Police, said that it was an absolutely tragic incident and that the parents of both boys are being supported by specially trained officers. Sad news, man. And the last thing I wanted to mention in the headlines is, did you guys know that there's like a live video portal?
Yes.
Yeah. This guy wouldn't know, man. A live video portal between
It's like
Dublin.
a live feed between.
Yeah, Dublin and New York. So you just go to one. It's like you go in Leicester Square. You see.
Oh
Like
my gosh,
a
that's the
big-
one where someone put the Twin Towers
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
That was wild.
yeah,
They
man.
had to shut it down.
Yeah.
Too many trolls.
But
What did
basically,
they expect?
it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's basically being reopened.
My friend, you're interrupting the news.
Okay.
He's like whispering as if he's not interrupted. You might as well just speak out loud.
His big ass hood.
But yeah, man, that live video portal between Dublin and New York has reopened, man. After, like Ramsey said, it was temporarily closed down due to inappropriate behavior.
It was the sound effects when they showed it. People were like, ooh.
I think it'd be worse if it was in London.
What can they show about
We've got
London?
demons here. No, if it
crazy
was London
Brexit.
to New York. London to New York.
But what are they going to show for London? Brexit? Ain't nothing to show.
No, I'm talking about people trolling New Yorkers.
Oh, yeah. We'll have a field day.
no,
But they couldn't troll us back.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't.
Imagine a London to Lagos one.
You finished.
Tell you, one might disappear.
One will. You be trying to troll Nigeria, next thing you know, you're a goat.
But yeah, man, that for those who don't know, the continuous live stream, which allows users in each city to see each other and interact, it was switched off on the 14th of May, less than a week after it opened. And the message on the blank screen said, "Portal is asleep, back up soon."
I hope someone falls in love that way. You know, I love a love story.
But just from
That'd
looking
be
at each other.
That'd be so cute. Like hold us, like just hold like they have like little cards up. Like what's that film called? I can't. You know when they talk basically the cards and whatnot, and if I could like DM me or like call me or something, and then it's a love story. I would love that.
You know, it's possible.
I ain't gonna be none of that.
I love shit like that. Like I'm coming to New York tomorrow, and okay, I'll meet you at Times Square at this time. That would be so cute.
But yeah, man. Incidents which have been shared extensively across social media platforms involved users mooning. They were displaying
Like showing a bum.
Yeah, all of that, man.
You're nasty.
Displaying swear words and flashing various body parts. But yeah, man. But like you guys mentioned, one user from Dublin displayed a video of the 9/11 attacks.
Yeah, well, that's
in New
sicko.
York. Crazy.
He had on his phone and everything.
He was ready.
He had his phone.
Crazy.
But yeah, the woman's reaction.
She's like, oh.
Oh.
But what made them do that? That's around Dublin.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's around them.
I don't know. But yeah, that's it for deadlines, guys. It's time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction. We don't need the reaction today? Let me see the English words.
Yeah.
The English word I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. Arsenal. Oh, there's a lot to read, child. Can't you guys just Google this? All right. Arsenal 2-1 Everton. Arsenal 2, Everton 1. How do you say this in football like language?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm making it.
You say Arsenal 2, Arsenal beat Everton 2-1.
Where's your microphone?
You could, yeah.
Sorry.
So that okay, like that, yeah? Because I found that it sounds long-winded. Okay. Then Newcastle United beat Brentford 4-2. Manchester United beat Brighton and Hove Albion 2-0. Nottingham Forest beat Burnley 2-1. Chelsea beat Bournemouth 2-1. Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa 5-0, honey. It's embarrassing. Liverpool beat Wolverhampton Wanderers, I think that says. It's just ... because the name's too long. 2-0. Fulham beat Luton Town 4-2. Manchester City beat West Ham United 3-1. And then Tottenham Hotspur beat Sheffield United 3-0.
Thank you for that.
And then who won the Premier League? Oh,
Yeah.
Man City, right?
Man City,
that's a shame.
damn shame.
First of all, I saw hella people Manchester United on the timeline making noise, and you lot are 8th.
Yeah, the haters, man. Natural born
8th
haters.
though.
Yeah.
Big up Arsenal, man. Second is lit. They're out here anyway.
What's crazy is Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa. The team we lost to, innit,
Yeah, twice.
5-0 you beat them.
And Chris
And we
Brothers,
lost to this punk ass Aston Villa.
sometimes it's too late. Sometimes you know when people that like you don't do the project work all term, and then you think for the last exam you can just quickly cram some stuff in. No, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, 10th
Yeah.
for all your efforts.
It's a damn shame, man. But yes.
Sorry, let me put Eden Marks on. How do you feel, Brent?
I feel cool.
You are cool, to be fair.
Yeah. I've been cool. I mean, last week, Friday, when Marks asked me the question, I already said that Man City was going to win. I'm resigned to that particular fact. So I didn't feel any which way. My nerves weren't
Triggered.
in the high. No, yeah. I was completely calm throughout.
Just by
Obviously, it
2
would have
points
been
as well.
nice if West Ham beat Man City, but I just didn't see it happening. So I'd already processed the ending.
I hear you. All right.
Yeah, but obviously tomorrow when Marks comes in, party people, you'll hear the back and forth. But I'm good. Thank you very much, though.
Me or the people?
Everybody.
Or Arsenal.
Yeah, everybody.
What's any you love and light? Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone tweeted TDA. They were like, almost like a line of checking on Brent kind of situation. Brent said, I'm fine. I said, I'm good.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Martin Brent.
Oh wow. Can you
No way.
That's his voice,
can
though.
you just call back again, please?
Is that Henchy or Hencho?
No. It's the pitch is weird.
He's using the
That's a
machine now.
distorter, yeah.
He's using the
No,
machine.
I think it's the phone just needs to.
Is that a WhatsApp call?
It's the line.
Yeah.
Henchy, they hating on you. Let them know that's what
Hello?
God did to you.
All right. Good morning.
All right, keep your knickers on.
Hello, is that more clear?
Much better. Thank you very much.
I take Brent, man.
Huh?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm waiting. I wish Margs bloody came back from his holiday today.
I've come to do the needful on Margs' behalf, my guy.
Yeah,
That's what I've called in.
Chims.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Come on, babes.
So help me get
Talk to me,
emotional.
man. Talk to me. How are you feeling? Where are your emotions right now?
My emotions are very calm. Like I said, I'd already resigned to the fact that when it is that we lost against Aston Villa, it was no longer going to be in our hands. So I didn't see City losing at all, even with the last hopes was Tottenham and City. So when it is I saw that, I'm like, cool. There's no way.
Tottenham threw that one for Tottenham threw that one in spite for you, man. Still.
Yeah, apparently. So there was no way I was going to be dangling my hopes on the last day. There's no way. But I've been
Phil Foden shut that all down within 2 minutes. It was long.
100%. I've been calm the entire season now. It's only when nonsense was being spouted my way about Arsenal's progress is when it is I got involved.
Yeah, no. I mean, to be fair though, Margs did say at the very start of the season, he says, you're not going to win anything at all. Again, how does that make you feel now? And, given the fact his words have rang true.
Sorry, say it again? You said that
Margs at the beginning of the season, he said at the start of the season,
again?
he said Arsenal ain't going to win anything again, innit?
As in life?
Nah, just this season. He said Arsenal ain't gonna do nothing again. That's what he said.
Is that when
you said you could see yourself going in the right direction, and you think you can see that? Nah, this time, last year you fell short. This time though, you can step up to the plate, but you haven't one more time. So.
Sorry,
where are we with this?
I'm not sure the angle in which you're coming from. Are you asking me to respond to what Margs has said, or are you now saying that
at the beginning of the season, Margs said, he said, you man ain't gonna, you're gonna have nothing to show for your season once again, innit? That's what he said.
And then I said,
bro, you're showing belief. Yeah, that you know that voice that you do when you're speaking with vim and like passion. You were speaking with belief and hope.
Yeah. I mean, was I not supposed to?
No, I hear you. But really, I'm here to now. I don't know. I need to hear more disappointment in your voice. You're not giving me
You're not gonna get that from me. I'm not the one who is online basically saying, yes, we still have hope. Come on, let's do this. I was never doing that. You're not going to get that aspect, that angle from me. I don't just enter the season just looking for trophies. I've been saying that. Arsenal has been dwindling for the past 10 years, and now we are back in contention. Second to the juggernaut that is City. So I don't know why I'm supposed to be like disheartened. In the manner in which you want me to, by the way. In the manner in which you want me to. I don't know.
I think it's the rest of the Arsenal fans that exist. There's just too much. What's the word? There's been a lack of success for you lot for too long, innit? And I feel like obviously now you're getting to that stage where you're doing more than you've ever done for the last 20 years. Obviously, you can be part of the conversations, but the rest of us are kind of like, just hold back for a little bit because you're not quite there yet.
So you feel, Chim's being a United supporter. You know that United supporter, right?
I know that you put it back out on purpose based off what Esther says. I see the shade. I can see the shade from a mile off, mate.
I progress in this conversation. Are you a United fan?
Die hard.
All right then. So where do you see United and Arsenal next year? We've had 2 years now of Arsenal fans chatting rubbish, right? Where do you see United and Arsenal next year? How do you see them doing in the league?
At this moment in time, I'd rather not comment on that point still.
How about Arsenal? Let's focus on Arsenal since you called in to talk about Arsenal. Where do you see Arsenal next season?
I'll keep it about unless Pep dips. I think Liverpool are going to have a drop off. I think Liverpool are going to have
Arsenal.
No, I was saying like because where I see you lot is, I have to factor in all the other teams that can challenge. I don't think you'll have trouble with Liverpool basically being in the race. I can't see the new guy that they've got coming in and just picking up the intensity of the Premier League straight away. So they won't be a problem for you lot. Man City, I think they've already started signing people. So it's probably going to be a 5 year, five in a row kind of thing.
How about
you guys,
if we fire Arteta now and get in somebody like who would you rate better than Pep? Who do you think would basically take Arsenal to pip Pep? Go on. Which
I have to keep it above. Pep would have to dip.
All right. So this is what is puzzling me. This is what is puzzling me. We are in a league. We're in an era where Pep has all the money he needs and all the experience he needs, and yet you're expecting me to be expecting Arsenal to pip Pep?
Fancy pick Pep. Funny. Yeah, nah. More time. I think essentially the point that I'm trying to make is you man just need to be more quiet. You can be on like a humble come up, but there's too much. I think it's the joy that you man haven't seen good football for a while. So obviously the energy is coming out. Do you know what I mean? Even the Arsenal fans in the chat have vim for everyone. Do you know what I'm saying?
So
but you guys aren't those guys yet.
I believe we can talk because we are competing with this inevitable machine. That's why they're talking. I believe they're talking because they're seeing results, and it's twice in a row now, right? And I've asked you just now, where do you see Arsenal next year? And you haven't even told me.
Yeah. You'll definitely still. Yeah, you'll still be bridesmaids.
So this is where my excitement lies. In competing.
In being a bridesmaid?
In competing. Well, I can't guarantee that we are going to pip Pep. You just said just now he is inevitable. The fact that we had it in our hands and a little tinkering, I believe, can go a long way. So I do believe this summer, we dependent on what it is that we do in the transfer window, I will come and I will give a bold.
How do you lot bridge the gap? Because obviously Declan was meant to be the person that comes in to help bridge the gap. What's the next thing?
We're still missing a striker, my friend.
It's a striker.
We're still missing a striker, and you realize that we had Timber pop down for the entire season, and we didn't have Partey for the entire season also. So to suggest as though it was this season where we were going to now pip Pep. Baffling. And at the beginning of the season, Marks was saying we weren't even going to make top 4.
No, Cook. Well, I never co-signed that one. Still with it. I never co-signed that one. Yeah, now Mark's hate for you lot is deep rooted. It's deep rooted, that one.
Yeah, it's shared amongst the United fan base. I mean, this is a sentiment that is very clear based on
one of the latest filthy fellas things. He said you man are cosplaying title challenges every year.
Yeah, I don't know how this is an insult. I don't know how with Pep in the mix. I don't know how this is an insult. I mean, I even find it weird that United fans are now basically, not just United fans, are basically discrediting Klopp's tenure. For me, that's crazy.
Who Klopp's tenure?
Yeah.
Yeah, because United fans, our gripe here is we have to hear Liverpool fans try to compare him to Sir Alex. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. It's just not right. It's just when you compare him, when we get defensive in terms of the Klopp thing, it's like, cool, you can give him his flowers for competing in such a deep league. But also, if you actually look at Klopp's seasons, he's had at least maybe 4 or 5 seasons where Liverpool haven't been that great, probably maybe 5th or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was just behind Pep every single year. It wasn't that. He's only done that about 3 times, maybe 2. So we're just keeping it a buck. Like, you can like him for what he did. He won Liverpool their first thing for ages, but what he's not this great that you're making him out to be in comparison to people that have been before. You have people like Ancelotti who have been in the league and done very similar within the space of about 2 years and gone. Jose has done more. Tuchel probably. Didn't he win the Champions League with Chelsea as well? That was in like a season. There's people that have done what he's done in much less time.
Do you think that Arteta is a fraud? You think he's a pretender?
You know what? I used to slander him still, but this season, I'll concede to say I think he's the real deal. I'll give him that. I think he's the real deal. He's got a career.
First managerial position.
Yeah, he's got a career.
With a team that people wouldn't even call him an elite team. They weren't calling him a top team, but yet look where he's taken them consistently. And you can see the pattern of play. The culture is completely different. So much so that
I rate Arteta. Arteta was a real footballer from time. There was a time when he was still at Everton, I would have wanted United to have signed him. He's a football man, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? He's got that Spanish integrity of knowing how to move the ball behind the way that he plays. He's a football guy first and foremost. He's cold still. He's cold.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, having this new fella coming in for the first time on the main stage, and he's being compared to the greatest of this new era. And yet I'm supposed to be like just dashed, my emotions dashed because we lost against Aston Villa. My friend. If only every other manager in that elite conversation was held to the same standard. No, if only. I think I was told I couldn't even call him elite because it's his first gig and he hasn't won any trophies of note. I was told I can't.
You can't call him elite. You can't call him elite.
All right.
Yeah. Elite requires results.
All right. So he's not elite, but yet he is literally pushing the elitist.
He's in the room. He's on the dance floor.
Twice.
You know what I mean? He's on the dance floor. He's on the dance floor. He's in and around it. But he needs something behind him. We need to see something tangible.
Would you call Klopp elite?
Yeah, I would.
All right. Do you think Marx calls Klopp elite? Because I asked him that question and he said no.
See, I'm a hater, but the hate that Marx has in his thing, that's a elite level hating. Do you know? Understand? Like Marx has elite hating behind him. Yeah, no, Klopp's not a bum, but he's definitely not. I wouldn't say he's like top 3 Prem managers ever. That's just crazy statements.
Do you want Ten Hag out? Do you want him to stay next year?
Listen, as I said, I don't want to talk about United right now. My heart's conflicted, man.
Sorry, what? You don't want to talk about United?
Yeah, my heart's conflicted.
Thank you very much for calling in to talk about Arsenal, bro. Much appreciated.
I'll be a happy hypocrite on this one, my guy.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And I haven't seen your investment coming in yet. I'm still waiting. Big money, man. Talk to me, Manuel.
I've got stuff going on, my guy. But
each time you call in, I'm going to ask you, have you purchased your shares yet? Each time you call in, it will get you off the phone real quick.
Now, real quick, sorry, just before I go, Mark, man, what was your prediction for the fight?
I said Usyk, man.
I can't recall. You went for Usyk the whole time?
No, I kept going back and forth. But on Friday I said to you guys, look, I don't like the whole sitting on the fence thing, innit? I want to choose, and I said I feel like Fury may take it, but if you're asking me to put money on it, I would put it on Usyk. And I said, Do you think it was close?
Yes.
It was a great fight, man. It was close, but
really good fight.
It was close, man. Like, I spoke to some people who gave it to Fury, you know, like by 1 point. Some people gave it
that's
to
crazy
Raw,
to me.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, pretty much people who have the same sort of opinion as you saw Usyk up by like 3-4 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I can understand
that 10-8 round can't be taken away. I'd say 1, 2, 3 was Usyk for me easily, and then 4, 5, 6 was Fury. and then 7 is debatable. I think that's where you can be neither here nor there. But 8 and 9,
100%.
Yeah, no, to me that's definitely Usyk. So,
yeah, and even 10
when
well.
I heard the second judge give the score to Fury, I was just like, damn, what fight was I watching, my guy?
Mm-hmm. And this is partly why I was thinking that, you know what, something may happen where Fury takes it. You know what I'm saying? Where he'll obviously be competitive and do what he does, but because of all the other things surrounding the fight and what people kind of want after this fight, i.e. the fight with AJ and things of that nature, I was thinking Fury may do it. But like I was saying, in terms of skill and ability and who will push through and get the win, if I had to put my money on it, I was definitely saying Usyk. And he proved
people weren't giving Usyk his flowers, man.
No, he's
I've been watching him since Cruiserweight. The guy's a real guy.
100%.
Yeah, even you know the knockdown, quote unquote. Yeah. I don't think the ref did that properly. Personally, like in my opinion, you either let him keep going in on him, you stop it because he didn't go fully down. So I don't. So to me, I don't think it was a knockdown. It should have been either a stoppage. I think it should have been a stoppage, or he should have let man keep going in on him.
No,
the ref jumped him, and he wasn't fully down, and he's like just basically giving him a call. It was a bit dodgy. You don't see a lot of knockdowns like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that's because a lot of referees sometimes they get caught up in the whole thing, innit? And they kind of do the wrong thing
in the moment.
But what this referee did was actually correct because the ropes was keeping him up.
You reckon?
Yeah. Like the ropes was keeping him up. So really, that's a knockdown. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like certain guys are on the ropes, but they've still got their feet. You know what I'm saying? And when another boxer is just like going in, the referee just is like, no, he's not defending himself. Let me just call it off. But Fury was going down. It was only the ropes keeping him up. You know so that's right.
Stumbling around that thing, bro. He was stumbling around that ring.
100%. It was crazy.
Man, I said no more. You got man. I need to jump off, but nah, love all the time, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take care, guys.
I don't think they could have stopped the fight. I don't think that would have been what everybody wanted in it. Because it's Fury. We've seen him get off the canvas, no?
Yeah.
So if you stopped the fight because he was taking hits, and as you said, the rope was stopping him from falling. That should, as you said, be it's a knockout. Stop, and then let's continue.
Yeah, it's true.
I enjoyed the fight.
Yeah, brilliant fight. Brilliant. It was worthy of an undisputed heavyweight.
I think it was
100%.
I mean, this dude had the gangly arms and stuff in it, and you could see how skillful this guy was. But I don't think that he was at his best.
Fury.
Yeah. The first 3 rounds is what you guys were talking about. That's when I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's an amateur. Because when he got popped in his face, even though he was going, you could see that he didn't expect that. I'm thinking, hey, if AJ popped him in his face like that, it would feel a bit different, right?
This is why AJ Fury fight, I think AJ wins, man. I think AJ wins.
That's possible, you know.
Yeah.
That's possible. And then the 4, 5, 6, that's when he started using his reach and
the uppercuts.
And it's Then you can see that Usyk was swinging a lot and just missing. And again, I was like, this guy is really, really, really good, even though he looks like a sack of like potatoes, man. And then he came out, Usyk, and he's like, all right, enough is enough.
Yep.
I'm gonna bang him.
Crazy.
he caught him, and there was like I think the term was like a mouse in his face, like a rodent, where there was like the blackish lump under the skin.
Yeah.
And that's when it is I knew, oh my goodness, all right. Because he kept on putting his mitt. Is it mitt? Is it mitt? The boxing mitt?
Glove.
Yeah. Kept on putting it by his face, so it was affecting him. And he just went in for the kill. And then once he landed that, and then you saw him like just buckling. I'm thinking, this guy looks terrible, but what a warrior. Because he was getting it, and he wasn't dropping.
Yeah.
He wasn't dropping, even though he looked ridiculous. I'm thinking, I feel sorry for him right now. I'm thinking, if this ends here, where he pummels him, then I'll be like, oh. But then he didn't. And then he came back, which proved the point where you shouldn't have flipping stopped the bout. And then he looked like he was gonna take Usyk.
Yeah.
He really looked like he was gonna take, like Usyk was swinging. It wasn't connected. I'm thinking, ooh. So it was a very, very entertaining
100%
match, man.
Yeah.
A boxing match. It was really entertaining. And I was looking at the side with Ronaldo and AJ. AJ was lent in all that time, and I kept on seeing, all right, how's he looking? And then what time he went to whisper to Ronaldo, like he was saying, yeah, he should have done that. I'm like, okay. Okay. But it's really, really entertaining, man.
It's crazy. A lot of the Fury fans are obviously quiet now, or trying to say, you know, Fury still won it. Just talking nonsense, innit? But they can't really say much about AJ anymore, because a lot of them were basically parroting what Fury was saying. How you lose this cruiserweight?
Yeah.
Now look, and who's lost? To be fair, AJ wasn't hurt as bad as Fury was. You know what I'm saying? Like in either of the two fights. But obviously the first fight with Usyk, like AJ was totally outclassed. And the second fight that was sick with Usyk, probably AJ's best performance. It just couldn't win. Like Usyk is just one of those generational talents, man. He's just one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? Usyk is, I think, 38, you know.
Someone said
37.
he had like 400 bouts.
Yeah, amateur bouts.
Oh, so he's got a lot of experience before he came up to the mainstream.
100%. First Olympics, I think he got taken out in like the second fight. Then the next one he came back and he got the gold. After that, then he went pro. He's only had like he's had less than 30 fights as a pro. 20-something fights, if I'm not mistaken. Cleaned up the whole cruiserweight division, undisputed. Then went to heavyweight, undisputed as well. Like he's number one pound for pound right now, 100%.
I like that story, man.
100%.
Now that it opens up the conversation for AJ Fury, that's what I want. Before he
we'll get a
retires,
rematch first, though, potentially.
Yeah, no, I know, a rematch. But before he retires, I want him to finish that conversation like once and for all.
Which one? Who you mean? You mean
Fury and AJ, man.
Okay.
I want that conversation finished.
Fury won't want it. He won't want it. If they actually do the rematch, because I feel like Fury was just talking, and it was very distasteful, man. That whole talk about, they gave him the fight because Ukraine's at war. I mean, they did that in the Eurovision Song Contest, but this is boxing. You know what I'm saying? We all saw the fight. Don't start talking this nonsense, man. The guy beat you. You know what I'm saying? He had better IQ, performed better, took it more seriously, and he won the fight. But if they have the rematch and Fury loses, I don't see him wanting to fight AJ. I don't see it happening, because AJ will probably knock him out. Yeah. But styles makes fight, man. And yeah, with AJ's size, his height, his reach as well, he will hurt Fury. He will hurt him.
All right. I forgot to read out the results of the poll. The question was the death of black celebrity. It's not just black celebrities, 59%. Black community projects, predators, 20%. Protects predators. Black community protects predators, 20%. These celebs never get cancelled, 11%. And this is an agenda against black men, 7%. That's a lot of percentage for that last one.
It is a low percentage. It's a worrying amount.
Crazy.
I guess those people are the ones that done out here today.
This is it. Man, you should award that.
It's done out to them.
All right. Yeah, like some old African dad done out to them.
All right, people. I tried to basically. Let me just show you. I did try. I got to this screen. This is Sally's sign-up stuff, innit? So I got to this screen. And what does it say? It says, "What's your WhatsApp number?"
What?
Yeah.
Sally,
They wanted access to me.
Use a TDA phone.
This was no. I plugged it in, but it was too late. It was after the thing basically. When it dawned on me, I could have used the TDA phone.
It was too late.
It was after. It was
Yeah, but-
just 2 minutes after 10, innit?
To be fair though, Sally, did you just find out about the nomination in your sleep, or did you know about this for time? Because you should have done this from time.
I think it was tactical. I think he was like, all right, I'm going to call in and say it was a dream. And you guys are not, okay, what did you dream?
You know, like dreams over here.
What's it got to do? Has it got
Always
something to do with
dreams.
TNB, right?
Trust me, can you imagine?
So he's like, all right, now I've got them hooked. Now I'm going to ask them to just, support me. I'm like, of course, right? Then when he's about to get off the phone, he's like, oh, by the way, you have to basically sign up, right?
Oh yeah.
He didn't say anything about putting your phone number here.
He knew.
He
not
wanted that to be a secret.
Yeah.
Because he knew if you had said it on the call,
Yep, would have locked it off.
he'd locked it off. So it was in stages. But I hope he gets in, and I hope that
I hope so.
he wins, man. I
We
mean,
got
if it is
Salah.
that he extended an invitation to me, I might go. It looks like a nice little venue.
That's cute.
And I want to see what he does on stage, what business he looks to sell to the people them. So good luck, bro.
Ed said he saw 200 people in the live and thought maybe I can get 200 likes. Word.
Yeah,
That's a businessman.
fair.
All
All
right.
right,
Sally though.
thank you. That's been a long one. Outro.
You tell him. Didn't hear you.
Fantastic guest tomorrow. Our very own doctor. Hey, have they got a new Doctor Who's black man? Did I see you right?
See you right.
Doctor Who.
Oh yeah. Remember we spoke about it like 2 years ago or something.
2 years.
That guy. He used to be on a Netflix
Beautiful skin.
show.
Yeah. Beautiful skin.
Ugandan, right?
Nkuti, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Big up him.
What number saying? Have people been viewing it?
I'm not too sure, you know.
I don't watch that. I
You
don't
haven't
know.
seen?
I don't know what it is.
Got the information, the stats?
For what?
The Doctor Who viewership.
No.
Oh,
I don't watch Doctor Who.
yeah, fair enough.
I don't know what it's about. It's a
About
doctor like
everything.
Grey's Anatomy.
I don't know.
Doctor Who?
No. It's not like that. It's like
Garlics. No.
Garlics.
Daleks.
Because you're too fast to throw shade. That's what happens. You're choked on your words.
It's the Daleks. It's the Daleks.
Garlics.
Oh, okay.
Doctor Who's a classic, man.
That's why you're watching it. You have the stats to show it to give us.
No, I stopped watching it.
When they made a black man.
What is
Wow.
it? Just before the pandemic? I think it was just before the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
I even gave the woman a go when they had the female Doctor Who.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounded wild.
Yeah, remember they tried to
I hope
convince
they
us
give a woman a go. All the stuff
the
he's
doctor
been
could be
saying.
anything.
Anyone?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need to wrap this shit up. You guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop it on your timelines, your group chats, all that stuff. The live video is also on Twitter, so you can retweet that if you want to. If you want to follow us on social media, our name, our tag, whatever it's called, handle, is the day after TNB on Instagram, Twitter, on TikTok, and on Discord. And a lot of conversation happens on Discord. Take my word and take everyone's word for it here. If you want to send that limousine, have you got the website?
Yo, shout out to the regular contributors
Discordians.
in the Discord. Yeah, Discordians. I like that. That just roll off your tongue.
Listen.
Yeah, man. Discordians. Shout out to you, man, woman, boy, girl, they,
Everybody.
them, Z-Zai. Boom.
Oh, Brent, sorry to cut you, yeah.
So you're gonna add another.
Yeah, you
I am,
piped up when you had Zizay.
There's another one called Bears.
Bear who?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who's bearing what?
So basically, I was minding my business. Yeah.
As you do.
What show was it? MasterChef or one of them things, yeah. And this guy, some white guy was there. He's got like a beard and whatnot, kind of big. And they were asked to kind of like make how do
Does
I
it matter?
Yeah, no, it does. Because basically, not really. So basically, yeah, he basically made like a. No, it does matter.
Oh,
Like it was one of them truffle things, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But designed it with certain colors and kind of
Okay.
just made some sort of painting.
Yeah.
So he did a bear, right? He tried to do a bear. And they asked him, he was like, oh yeah, I'm part of a community, the LGBT something community, and I belong to the group called Bears.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, but bears are like the gays, isn't it?
the masculine one.
How the hell you know about Bears?
It's been around, man.
Yeah, it's wrong.
I'm like these lot. We've never heard of Bears.
No one said anything. Just shut there.
I didn't know. I'll be honest with you. He's not alone. I did not know about
Oh,
this.
really?
I looked at the
bears
screen
are
like, what's wrong with this
associated
guy?
with
But like, from what I know, from like big grizzly. kind
Burly
of-
ones.
Yeah,
That's
burly
exactly the
ones,
word
yeah.
he used.
The
bro.
who's what?
The burly, big, gay, white, bearded people.
It's not just the whites.
Aren't
by
they
the
just
way.
aren't they just the gender they are? Like, why are they bears?
Yo,
The
have
hunter
you-
gatherers. You need to. They look like bears, so they call them bears, isn't it?
Have you lot seen furries?
Okay.
Is that another group?
They're the people that dress up as like furry, like they dress up as like wolves and they act like wolves. So all the furries unsubscribe.
Are they
Excuse me. Use your platform to say that, please.
man?
We welcome
Oh, what a
all.
weirdos! I don't give a shit.
I like the fairies. Well, the fairies, yeah.
Furries.
You don't even know who you're talking
all
to.
all of them, the furries, I mean, and the fairies.
You're wild.
Yes, because we're F, right?
And he's gonna keep asking tunes why he hasn't what's it called? Security shares. Y'all keep wilding. That's been why. Anyways, big up everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone that's tuned in, everyone that tunes to TDA, white, black, wherever you are, whoever, in the words of Rihanna, all the pronouns, everybody. Morning, y'all, okay? Are you gonna tell about the website or not yet?
Yes. So www.thenewblack.com/TDA. That is it. Simple. All right. So if it is that you want to throw some dilemmas our way,
Oh,
you
Brent.
can now do so
Silly.
anonymously, and you could do it on your phone. You could
Why
do
didn't you
on
make
your
it
laptop.
TDA? Why didn't you just make it the day after?
TDA.
Who the
is
hell's
the after.
having the new black slash? Is there a forward slash or backward slash?
It's the only slash that you should be using when it is you're doing like websites.
But I don't know that. I'm not tech maybe
Oh,
like that.
serious?
Oh, Esther,
I just slashed with my slash.
ma'am.
You should just TDA.com and call it. Anyway, he told you what it is. If you want to send dilemmas in, that is now the place to go to drop that all in
If I
there.
did it as TDA.com, I would not have to go and do a bloody. I have to host it and stuff. I'm like, no.
Fair enough. Do you know what? Fair. Okay, fair. So yeah, the new black.com
100%. You all know how to get there. And then /TDA.
/TDA. All
Yeah.
right.
Keep
That's
sending
great.
dilemmas anonymously now.
Yes, you can send dilemmas in.
Yeah, so
anonymously.
have at it.
Don't put your name in there because you know how Brent goes.
Nah, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to assume it's not real anyway. And we're not going to read the name out, so it
Brent
doesn't
said,
matter.
don't say his name. And then he goes, anyway, Dwayne, if you want to. Anyways, if you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, the email address for all of that stuff is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Black is always spelled with an X, by the way. Don't go and submit your dilemmas to some foreign... Now they got your secrets and shit. Blackmailing you. Nope, we're not responsible. But anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We do have a special guest, as Brent said. Really looking forward to it.
Sorry, baby. Look,
Sorry.
someone asked me to put it up on screen. This is what it looks like.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I I hesitated to put up on screen because I was supposed to move this white stuff at the bottom over the weekend. And it only shows up on the desktop. It doesn't show up on your phone.
Oh, on the phone, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
you
was
can do
like,
it on the
oh
phone as
crap.
well.
Now that Jin just said put it up on the screen, I'm like, crap, that's the thing I was supposed to do, but I forgot because I was so busy. So I'll get that sorted. You wouldn't see this white thing at the bottom. This is nasty. But it's very simple. Name, age, and your dilemma.
Oh,
In
that's
the box
perfect.
it says, give as much context as possible, please. So we can help you better.
What's that G? Is that group one?
G is, it's Grammarly. That's to check your
Oh,
spelling.
Brent,
that's
you are,
hard.
you
That's
are
hard.
genius.
That's hard.
That's
That's, yeah,
lit.
that's hard.
Give some horns for yourself, please. I can't wait to get up and press it.
It's the best thing we've done all day.
Huh? What happened?
That's smart.
That's hard, yeah.
It's very clever.
Proper. These man can't spell.
Oh, man.
Sorry, no.
I
This
think I know
doesn't-
what it is now.
No, but that's
What?
only for us.
It's only for Brent, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
Grammarly's
yeah.
not. Grammarly, you have to download on your. Like, You
Yeah.
have to have an account and have it on your thing.
It doesn't
Oh,
autocorrect.
do a
No.
pom pom to revoke, to revoke the horn.
I thought that was to correct it. Like,
I thought that was to correct the
spell
English.
check. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Spell
but,
check.
you gotta
but
download
it
it
has to
yourself.
be on your like.
Oh, well, y'all
platform.
get it. Use the discount code TDA10.
It's free.
Subscribe.
I've even got Grammarly's free.
All right. Well, that is there now. So if you want to send your dilemmas in anonymously, please do that there. And as what you said as well, if you've got like suggestions for topic of the day and stuff like that as well, put that in there. But obviously, again, be detailed. Like, give us context. If there's a video you're talking about, throw the link in there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all great. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.